You heard that? Everything's good. Everything's going great. Don't worry about it. Just ignore the comical, like, sounds of everything crashing and burning around me. Over the silence of the music. Are you guys not hearing music? It's very quiet. Okay. How's that? Oh, yeah, it is kind of quiet. Uni included in the burning around you? Preferably not. No. There's my it's just my antique china. Is that Vinify? Vinfy? Yeah. Are you guys ready to giggle with gladness? This shit is absolutely fucking awesome. Friends. Oh no. Uh-oh. There we go. We're live. Hello. It's just a hello darkness. Yeah, it's just chat. What is going on? How are you all doing? Yuna's here. Yuna up. Yeah, there you go, baby. Treat. MST ASMR. Here you go. How are you all doing? I need to close the gap between. I need to I should. Desktop just blue screened. Can't fucking make this shit up, man. If I was streaming on that desktop, the whole stream would have just went down. I literally did nothing. And it just shut down. And this is a new computer. This is just, I don't know. This is my life. I don't know. I feel like it has to be something. Well, so I haven't had any blue screens on this computer, the computer that I'm streaming on, which makes me think that the issues aren't streaming related. They're something to do with maybe my audio stuff, like mixing and just Cubase shit. That's the best guess that I think that I can figure out. Have you tried turning it off and on again? No, but luckily it's doing that for me. So I mean that's the bright side. When a computer blue screens, it's just turning it off and on again for you. It's just a bro move. Tried setting it on fire. It's also probably doing that too. Lenovo. Have you tried blowing into its vagina? No? All right. Very weird. The bro screen. Given a kiss on the foreheads of your bro. Screen of death. So, for those of you guys that weren't here, oh Jesus Christ. All right, hold on. Oh yeah, that's perfect. See, it's weird because like, for you it's quiet. For me, it is not. So I'm gonna turn it up. I'm gonna turn up the music quite a bit here on OBS, and then down quite a bit on my end. That way, hopefully that makes sense. All right. For those of you guys that weren't here on Sunday, I was gonna say weren't here on Tuesday. For those of you guys who weren't here on Tuesday, me neither. I didn't stream because I got like some very, 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 very mild like food poisoning-y kind of thing, but not really. It was more of like a tummy ache. I got tummy ache from something I ate on Monday. And I literally, it was weird because like, I was like, oh, like I feel very uncomfortable. This kind of sucks. And like, no, like it wasn't kind of out both ends. Nothing was coming out and it was just stuck in me. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. What's up, Swigsby? I've been around a minute. How goes the runs? They've been okay. It was just painful, and I ended up just sleeping like pretty much the whole day. I couldn't. Yeah, I do need the tummy ache survivor T-shirt now. Now that I've successfully survived it, or maybe I need a shirt that says unsuccessfully survived a tummy ache, implying that I died. Look at this little cute baby. Look at this little cute baby. All right, but you get 2025 tummy warrior. Tummy. I like it without ache. Just 2025 tummy warrior. That kind of goes hard. All right. For those of you guys that weren't here on Sunday, we started reading the fan fiction that was written about me. And we found it when I was just looking on random, like in the middle of runs, we were just kind of sitting around trying to find stuff to do, find stuff to read while there was like cutscenes and stuff like that. We're doing OOT for sure, but so I started reading some of these fan fictions, and then I found one that was very long and incredibly it was remarkably written in such a way that I could make remarks about. But it was fun. It was a really, really good read, and it had a That's right.
Happy birthday.
I'm glad somebody remembered. Periods are for the weak in this fan fiction. It's true. I've just barely caught my breath from trying to read the first act, and the first act was very, very long. But while the words fan fiction about me coming from Jules scares me, it's fucking amazing. It's phenomenal. If you would like to get the full experience, go watch the stream on Sunday. Any gay fanfics? Not yet. There was parts that I was really hoping that this would go gay between Jack and me, but it didn't. I'll give us quick synopsis. So it starts off pretty wholesome, just like it's very Random Encounters-esque. It's very within Random Encounters universe. So it starts with Jack, Toxic Eternity, Jared, the 8-bit drummer, and myself playing like a show at a Hard Rock Cafe with the Random Encounters guys all there. So Emil and Tom and everyone, and they're all talking, and of course they're like, I want to do a let's play of this game. You should come over and play Mario Kart, like things that they definitely talk about. And yeah, Pokemon Snap music, you got it. Very, very, very kind of wholesome, very much what you'd expect from a fan fiction regarding this kind of a thing. And then what happens in this is just the synopsis. The too long didn't read. After the show, a man in a white suit, oh fuck yeah, just appears and offers the three of us a all expense paid trip on a cruise ship that's going to play like a Florida Comic-Con or something like that. So I guess it's going to Florida, it's going to Daytona or something like that. And essentially we would perform on the boat, I think, and then we would perform at the Comic-Con. But they were like, oh, well, you need a singer. That's part of the deal. So then we get Adriana, and Adriana's the singer or whatever. So then what happens? Boobies. I agree. So then what happens is everyone's having a great time. Everyone's having the time of their lives on this ship. I'm feeling a little seasick. And apparently the version of me in this story doesn't like cruises, which is funny because like I love cruises. I'm a huge cruise fan. How is Adriana doing? Haven't seen much of her lately. I'm sure she's doing well. I mean, as you guys know, she's having some health issues, so just be patient. I'm sure she'll once she's ready to talk about something, good or bad, she will let you know. Yeah. So we're all on the ship. Everyone's having a good time except for me. And then suddenly, and this was crazy. We were just kind of reading this kind of off and on in between like cutscenes and stuff. No, Nope, definitely not. Yes. Okay. So suddenly there was a fucking pirate ship. Like everything's kind of normal and stuff. Everything's going swimmingly, but then there's a fucking pirate ship, and there's like this ethereal, like partially incorporeal pirate with like a red glowing eye and skeleton that fucking like emerges from the fog. And suddenly there's like cannons being shot from this pirate ship and people on the cruise ship dying. Like it literally specifically says the casualties kept rising. People were fucking dying. Yeah, it was Pirates of the Atlantic Ocean. We're still talking about the fanfic. Yeah, normal cruise ship stuff. I heard, and suddenly I thought there was a bit in 15. Read the soundbar. Did you survive? I don't know. Well, so we all survived through Act 1. Fanfic writer did an interview to see it. Where is the professional? Honestly, it's okay. It's an AU. I love it. The actual there is a like kind of a disclaimer that it says was. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, business, events, and incidents are the products of the author's imagination. Any resemblance to actual persons living or dead or actual events is purely coincidental. So any resemblance, when they say Jules, Adriana, Jack, and Jared to us is completely a coincidence. There's no, it's just, that's just, you know, you're drawing lines where there are none. There are no lines to be drawn. So do with that. Yeah, the other TRG, it's all a coincidence. It's crazy. I have to open up YouTube chat and make sure I'm not missing any of that. Amanda Doom Kitten, thanks so much for the 43 months. Thank you.
Jules, thank you. Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Thank you. I want to open up YouTube chat just so I don't miss any. What was it? Social stream or whatever. It was getting confused. Like it worked, but it was confusing because it wouldn't tell me when people were like replying to other people. So I would have people would be talking to another person in chat, and I'd be like, "What are you talking about? Like, why are you saying this to me?" And then they'd be like, "Oh, did you not see the reply?" And I'm like, "No." Anyway, I'm trying to get into the mind frame here. Shut up, Family Jules. Let's see. Okay. Pop out chat. Okay. Can you see quote reply? I'm just literally opening up the chats like from the website. It's too much work. It's too much work to find one service that does it all for me. Okay, let's see. Now, but that is to say yes. Now I can see that stuff. I hate that YouTube can't do that. All right. Let's dive back into this. So here's how today what? Anyway, So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna read part 2 because we are all. It was funny how many times you responded to other people's ads. Yeah, I didn't know. It wasn't. It's just that seemed like kind of a weird oversight. Like why would they forget that? That just makes so many situations for fucking confusion. Anyway. So what we're going to do today is I found it entirely impossible to be captivated by this fan fiction and also speedrun. So what we're going to do is we're going to read part 2. There's 3 parts. We're going to read part 2, and then after we're done with part 2, I'm going to do some runs and we're going to discuss it. We're going to discuss where we think the story is going to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. I promise. All right. So I'm going to read let's see. So the intro. After performing at Hard Rock Cafe, Jules, Jared, Jack, and Adriana was offered to perform at Orlando Comic-Con and will be taking a 2-day cruise ship to Florida. While they seemed excited, Jules was slightly uneasy about the trip. Could it be fear of the ocean or just worried he may not have a good time? Join on this cruise ship adventure with the 4 Coliseum Group band members, Members, it's MEMEBERS, as they take a luxurious cruise out the Atlantic Ocean. I still don't understand why pretty much every time they say as, it becomes has. That's like a very common, it's like the iPhone, like anytime I say this, switch it to this kind of a thing. It's very strange. I don't think I drowned. Okay, so we read part 1, Courage. There was a big pirate attack, right? Members, yeah, it does seem on brand. That's why I had to read it correctly. Isn't the H is silent. As they, or you have to say it like that. Join them as they go off on an adventure. Has. Totally really gay. Yeah, that is what TRG stands for. All right. Part 2. Determination. This is the Undertale crossover. Let's see what else we got. Wasn't there a sad part where you drowned? I don't know. I don't think so. I do not remember dying. I feel like I would remember if I died. That seems like a core memory. All right. Part 2. Determination. Jules was lying on the dirt floor in a dark and gloomy cave, feeling the drops of cave water dripping down on the ceiling, from the ceiling. In disappear now that he has lost his friends, all hope seems lost. Jules was opening his eyes, slowly, but he could hardly see. Perhaps it was episodic blindness? That is what I would think. Yeah, you're just in time, Marie. Jules slowly stood up on his feet. He rubbed his eyes, and he was starting to see a lot better. Maybe it was the drops of water coming from the ceiling, blocking out his eyesight temporarily. Where am I? Jules pondered. It was dark and cold. Jules was shivering, but was trying to hang in there. Where are my friends? How could have I possibly survived this? He wondered. I've got to find a way out of here, said Jules, as he was walking down the only pathway he could take. For a brief moment, he turned around and saw a water puddle behind him. He tossed a rock into it, and upon closer analysis, it sank deep to the bottom, thinking that's how he got into the cave. However, his instincts were telling him to turn back and follow the pathway through the caves. I don't think I should swim down there. I'm still short of bleh, bleh. I can't even play myself. I don't think I should swim down there. I'm still short of breath, Jules said to himself. He was slowly walking down the pathway, still shivering, and was walking through puddles of water, filling the drops of water from the stalactites. Nice, good use of stalactites. Above. It is stalactites from above. I'm very impressed. Has he made his way through through the caves, hoping to find the end? It seemed like a long way down the road, hard to see in such a dark and gloomy cave, with his only source of light being the crystals that shine off the walls. I want to see Adri again. I hope to see my friends again, said a depressed Jules. He was determined to see his friends no matter how bad the separation gets. He kept walking and walking, hoping there was some end to this pathway in the caves. He had been walking through the caves for about 20 minutes. Sab! They hang tight to the ceiling? Yeah. Stalactites hang tight from the ceiling, and stalagmites, you might trip over them. Frog says, hello. Sab, we're reading fan fiction written about me and the TRG crew. So essentially the idea of it was Jack, me, no, I did not write it. Somebody else read it. Wow. I'm over here like making fun of the grammar, and I don't even know my grammar. So essentially, for those coming in, we get invited to play a cruise ship. Adriana comes along to sing, and then we're gonna perform at Orlando Comic-Con or something. And then suddenly, while we're on this cruise ship, we get attacked by pirates. So far, it's fucking awesome. Anyway, and now I'm alone in a dark, gloomy cave. So, all right. This is too intense. Hold on. Gotta find the right music. This works. Goldwood? Fuck yeah. All right. He kept walking and walking, hoping there was some end to this pathway in the caves. He had been walking through the caves for about 20 minutes, with his hand rubbing his arms, trying to warm up in this dank, cold cave. Good use of the word dank there. But it seemed like there was hope. He seemed to have stumbled upon a two-way path section in the caves. This was brain pain for Jules because he wasn't sure which pathway to take. Much to his surprise, he found a rock on the ground with two sharp edges. Unsure which path to take, he decided picked the rock up, toss it in the air, and when it came back down, he looked at the front edge of the rock, pointing at the right path. Perhaps it's fate that I take this path. I hope I find my friends soon, said Jules, feeling a bit of hope sparking in his heart. So he went right, hoping the path he took was worth it. After walking for about 3 minutes, it seemed the rock of faith led him down the correct path. It was starting to get brighter, and finally he found the exit. Stepping outside the cave, he found himself in a lagoon of what appeared to be the shape of a bowl. The only way out was to climb the cliffs, with a T, containing the water. But it was out of the question for Jules. He looked down and found himself on a ledge, where all he had to do was dip his toe in the water. He looked around the area, wondering where he was at, hoping he can find himself a way out of this ocean. However, with a surprised look on his face, he heard a voice telling him to swim down the lagoon. "Trust me, Jules. It's safe," said the voice. But somehow to Jules it sounded familiar, like someone he knew, because he had no other option. He took a few breaths and dived face first into the ocean. He started to swim down, but for 20 seconds he was losing his breath, started to swim back up with his mouth opened. He stopped for a bit in a shock of horror. He wasn't drowning, with no bubbles of air escaping his mouth. He could breathe in this water for some reason. Could there be a logical explanation for this? He wasn't for sure how this was possible, but he decided to keep swimming down the bottom of the lagoon. Hoping to find some kind of pathway out of the lagoon, he could probably find a way back home. Jules was starting to fear for sharks, but he was already about 5 minutes down the lagoon. It was too late to turn back now. He had no choice but to keep swimming. After 4 more minutes of swimming, he saw what appeared to be a castle at the bottom. It was getting closer. Not the biggest castle ever, but it seemed fairly large. After 1 more minute of swimming, he found his way to the main entrance of the castle. Upon entering the castle, he was too shocked for words. The walls of jasper, the golden pathway leading down to the throne with glowing jewels, Jewels, on the sides. That's the correct spell. I just wanted you guys to know that that's not it. It was not a glowing me. He was speechless. Never would he have imagined seeing such beauty in his life. But to his surprise, while walking down to the throne, he saw a mermaid sitting on her throne, crying her eyes out. She had a glowing tail, a mixture of maroon, pink, magenta, and purple, all together with a silver starfish bra. But long brown hair and sparkling to no end. He had never seen such beauty in his life. Slowly approaching the maiden, he questioned, Hi there. Are you okay?" When she slowly rose her face up, Jules was dumbstruck. She looked exactly like Adriana. How was this even possible? How did she get here to the lagoon? How did she even become a mermaid? Just what exactly was going on here? It was a mystery to Jules. No matter what the case was, he had to know what was going on. "Oh, hello there, kind traveler. I apologize for my sorrow. I am in so much agony right now," said the depressed mermaid. Jules was starting to feel hurt. She doesn't even know who he was. Adri, how did you get here?" he asked. "My humblest apologies, sir, but I'm afraid you do not know who I am. My name is Armely Cedra. I was once the proud ruler of this great castle until my prized possessions were stolen," she explained. "The sacred pearls of joy." She finished. "Oh no," said a shocked Jules. "Do you have any clues as to who stole them?" Jules asked. "I have no such thing to offer. I don't even have any idea how to get them back," she responded. "And if I don't get them back soon, my land will slowly If I don't get them back soon, my land will slowly decade and die. No living soul in this world will ever want to see a kingdom with no glory." She finished and slowly started to tear up. I'm laughing at what Emil said. Jules was feeling bad. Perhaps if he could somehow lend a helping hand, she might be able to help find Jules his way back home. But if finding the pearls was the only way for Jules to get back home, then he would have no other choice but to comply. "This might sound a bit sudden, Your Majesty, but perhaps I could find a way to acquire your treasures and return them to your rightful place?" Jules offering the favor. The mermaid was shocked at Jules's offer. "But why? Why would you consider putting yourself through harm's way to find my treasures, and put yourself through trials and tribulations?" Reference, she questioned. Jules just shrugged his arms. "Well, lady, I gotta be honest with you. My name is Jules Conroy, and I've got some problems of my own. Though I'm more concerned about your kingdom. I lost my friends in a series of unfortunate events." By the way, totally coincidental. Any resemblance to real people, totally coincidental. All right, just I had to throw that disclaimer back in there. All right. "I lost my friends in a series of unfortunate events, you see. We were on a cruise having the time of our lives until we got attacked by a demon-like ghost pirate. And that's when I fell to my demise. I'm not going to lie. You look just like my friend Adriana, and I'll gladly help you out since I've got nothing better to do." Armely was feeling sympathetic to Jules. "How dreadful. I must offer 1,000 pardons to your hour of tragedy. I shall offer you a way home once you return my stolen treasures." She reached for the small chest right beside her throne and opened it to reveal the content inside. No, hold on, what? that was the jingle of her taking the shit out of the thing. Yeah, made many. This is good. It was a seashell-like necklace with shades of blue, purple, and maroon colors to it, and she offered it to Jules. "Take this, kind one. It will help you on your quest. All you have to do is yank it from around your chest and hold it in the air while wishing for your desires, and only then can you unleash its true power," she explained. "I'm forever thankful that you're more interested in saving my land though I truly wish for you to reunite with your friends. Finishing her story. Jules was analyzing the item in question. If what she said was true, then maybe he'll have no problems retrieving the stolen pearls. Thank you for your offer, Armely. I can't make any promises, but I'll try everything I can to save your land from this doomsday hour, said Jules. The mermaid was starting to grin. She was gaining confidence in Jules. Thank you, she whispered. You know, Jules said, I really feel like I've known you somewhere, from a faraway place, from a faraway world. It's like you were there for me when I needed you, he finished explaining. She was starting to think about all this, and was feeling a bit of joy in her heart. You might be right, Jules. You are starting to remind me of a friend I once knew, and he was there for me when I needed him most, she explained. Do be careful on this journey, and maybe then you'll find your friends again, she finished. Jules smiled, remembering his appreciation for his friends, remembering how they were always there for him when he needed them. Hold on. I feel like the music isn't really coming through. Yes, now it is definitely coming through. All right. Jules left the castle, swimming back up to the surface, wondering where he could find the pearls. Perhaps if he went to the other path back in the caves, there would be another part of the lagoon. Was the treasure truly there? One thing's for sure, he had to keep moving. Maybe once he retrieves the stolen pearls, the mermaid will help him find his way home. After 10 minutes of swimming, he was back to the surface, and he climbed back to the ledge, and before he went back into the caves, he looked back at the cliffs surrounding him in the lagoon, and could hear the faint sounds of the waves from outside the lagoon. It was bringing him back to the cruise ship, when he was having a good time with his friends. That was until the ghost pirate attacked him. He started to feel upset, with a pinch of anger building up in his heart. I so want to make that demon pay, said Jules. Be patient, Jules. Your time will come, said the same voice he heard before. The same voice letting him know that it was safe to swim down the lagoon. Who's there? Said a nervous Jules. Don't be afraid. You will know everything once you return the stolen treasure to her rightful palace, the voice responded. Jules was trying to remain calm, knowing he could trust the voice the first time. He smiled and continued to view the beautiful cove, once more hearing the sounds of the wave, feeling more confident in himself. Thank you, Jules nodded, and started walking back into the caves. He found himself back on the two-way paths and took the opposite pathway, but sadly this path was much longer than the last one. He just kept walking while thinking about the seashell around his neck. Perhaps this shell had powers beyond his imagination, but unless he finds the pearls, it won't be of any use. The amount of time it took for him to reach the end of the tunnel was the same amount of time it took for him to reach the bottom of the lagoon. After walking for so long, he found himself in yet another lagoon. There's just fucking lagoons everywhere. And it was a different shape from the one from earlier. It was almost the shape of a bowl, but a pathway leading out into the ocean was directly in front of Jules. He was hoping he wouldn't have to swim out in the ocean just to find the pearls. The song's weirdly... Just tone in. What's going on? Are you doing Shrek is Love again? No, this is a fan fiction written about me. We in Lagoon City. We're lagooning hard. Lagooning all night. Alright.
Lady Edelgard. Ladlegard.
Shadow, thank you so much for the 18 months.
I am sorry, what did I just walk into?
We're reading a fan fiction written about me. Chat, you're in charge of answering this for people. All right. Without hesitation, he dove face first into the lagoon, but much like before, he could breathe underwater again. He was still shocked by this, but it wasn't the time to do so. Searching for the pearls was his number one priority. He looked around with a concerning look on his face, in case there weren't any sharks around, but thankfully, there weren't. Instead, he found an underwater pathway leading who knows where. Maybe the pearls are through here? That's in, like, like parentheses. Like maybe that. Like I do appreciate this author, like, like nudging the like maybe they're down that like it's good. I like this. So without further ado, he swam through that pathway in hopes of finding the treasure. It was dark, but the gleam of his necklace was lighting his way, knowing full well he could find his way through the caves. That mermaid was thoughtful. However, things started to get rough for Jules. Why is the music lining up perfectly most of the time here? Yeah, I hope it leads to another lagoon. That would be crazy. Things started to get rough for Jules. The pathway led to a room with glowing doubloons. But the whole area was patrolled by skeleton-like sharks with glowing red eyes. Make sure no one gets through here. The captain won't look kindly on those who fail him, said one of the guards. 4 guards were patrolling this mini maze of golden doubloons. I'm kind of confused at what doubloons is. A mini maze of golden doubloons. Yeah, doubloons. Is that something I don't? Is that a thing? It's gold. Well, right, like doubloons. But this is a mini maze of doubloons. How does that work? Are they like stacked up so much that like like they're like walls? Yeah, very strange. Anyway, I didn't know if that was like a pirate thing. I don't know. Doubloons. So many doubloons. It's not. It's spelled doubloons. D-O-U-B. Doubloons. Damn, this is gonna be harder than I thought, whispered Jules. He had to find some way around the area in hopes of not getting caught. He slowly started swimming around the corners of the doubloons, dodging every spotlight near him. It wasn't easy, but with enough care and patience, he was starting to get closer to what seemed like his destination. The only problem, 2 guards were in his way. He had to think of a way to distract them. He looked at his necklace and thought about it for a bit. Perhaps he could use it to distract the guards somehow. Well, he had no other choice. He yanked it off and held it in front of his view, wishing for his desires. Much to his surprise, though, a set of doubloons were knocked over, and the guards went to check it out. "What happened?" shouted one of the sharks. "Let's go check it out," the others stated, while Jules then used his opportunity to make a quick exit to the other pathway. Guess they weren't stable enough, one of the sharks stated. "Clean this mess up," shouted one of the sharks demanded. Yes, shouted one of the sharks demanded. "Then get back to your post." All right. So far, we're getting talking skelly. Yeah, the talking skelly sharks are kind of sick. How solid is the snake, Jules? Solid as a rock. I'm solid sneaking around with the clap of my ass cheeks. Anyway, Jules was in another room. To his shock, there was a big chest just inches in front of him. He slowly swam up to it and looked around to see if it was safe to open. He was hoping no security alarm would go off, but it just seems all too easy. Something's not right here. Maybe the guards will come rushing in. Jules questioned himself. He closed his eyes while slowly opening the chest. The chest then exploded, causing the whole place to crumble. He then opened his eyes, realizing his imagination got the best of him. He shook his head and slowly opened the chest. And to his surprise, the pearls were all there. But it was a dream. Anyway, no. The pearls were all there. 5 pearls with different colors. A blue one, a red one, a green one, a yellow one, and an orange one. Are those the color of the Jinjos? I think that they are. Oh no, there's a purple one. Anyway. Jules started to remember the dream he had a few nights ago. The 5 spheres that arose from the crowd. Could that all have been foreshadowing to these current events? He had to think later. He had to think later. He had to get these pearls back to the mermaid. Slowly, he grabbed each pearl to put in his pocket. They shrunk upon doing so, and he had plenty of space to put them in his front pocket. After collecting the pearls, he slowly swam out of the room. Much to his surprise, the guards were nowhere in sight. What's going on here, Jules thought. This had to be all too easy. He kept his guard up and started swimming out of the room. Jules found himself back at the lagoon and was heading back to the ledge leading to the entrance of the cave. He climbed up the ledge, and before he could enter, it started to storm. A powerful force was preventing him from entering the cave, and to his shock of horrors, the ghost ship he saw from the cruise was making its way into the lagoon! It stopped on its side, facing Jules. While he was standing his ground, the same pirate ghost from before walked up to the plank, giving Jules a fierce look in his eye. "You again!" shouted Jules. I can't believe you're still alive, you foolish mortal!" the pirate taunted. "Haven't you taken enough from me? My friends are all gone. I'm trapped here in this cove. I don't even know where the hell I am. What more could you possibly take from me?" Jules demanded to know. The pirate just laughed. "Har har! Do you even know why I stopped you from before? It's the same reason why I'm here. To begin with, give me those pearls," the pirate demanded. All this time, he was trying to stop Jules from taking the pearls. Why didn't Jules see this from before? How could the pirate possibly think that Jules was going to do such a thing back on the cruise? None of this even made sense. But it didn't matter to Jules. He placed his hand over his front pocket. "If you think you can stop me from saving her kingdom, you can think again." Excuse me, sorry. Is this Obra Dinn? Oh no, it's Conquer's Bad for a Day. This is fucking perfect. "I will never surrender to a filthy pile of vomit, such as your worthless butt." Family friendly. I enjoy it. Jules fought back with his words. The ghost pirate shook his head in disappointment. "Such foolish words coming from a child such as yourself. I guess if you're going to offer your life too, that's also fine. But have you any idea what you possess?" the pirate questioned. What the? Oh my god. Alright. Alright, thanks, Conquer. 1 second. No, not soprano. Okay, this is better. Jules fought back with his words. The ghost pirate shook his head in disappointment. Oh, wait, I already read all this. Whatever, I'll do it again. "Such foolish words coming from a child such as yourself. I guess if you're going to offer your life too, that's also fine. But have you any idea what you possess?" the pirate questioned. Why does it matter to you? Jules backtalked. I do that, I backtalk. "What you hold is a king's ransom, and I won't let a child such as yourself take such power. I refuse to deny my liege any longer. I must have those pearls now!" Jules was dumbstruck. "So you're in league with someone else who desires these pearls. Huh. Not that it matters to me or whatever." That is something I'd say. "Not that matters to me or whatever," said Jules. He yanked the necklace off and held it in the air. "Here are my desires! Grant me the ability to stop this foul demon!" Jules shouted. The shell started glowing brightly and then transformed into what gave Jules a surprising look on his face. A guitar. He looked at it, wondering how this was going to help. "That's it? That's your so-called weapon to destroy me? You're weak, child." Spelled W-E-E-K. This is my weak. "You'll never stand a chance to me. Not while I have something more powerful than your little toys," the pirate taunted. He disappeared and started blasting cannonballs at Jules. Jules quickly dodged them as fast as he could. After 3 more cannonballs, the pirate stopped firing. "Well, are you going to fight back?" the pirate questioned. Jules slowly looked at his guitar and thought, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, I will." He shouted and he started jamming on his guitar, launching electricity shocks on the ship, damaging it in the process. "Arr! Foolish swab! I'll have your head!" the pirate shouted while shooting cannonballs back at Jules. I know, how is this only Act 2? This is so intense. "Oh, take your best shot, asshole!" Jules grinned. It's not family friendly. Let's fucking go. Why did I say butt earlier then? That's alright. Who the fuck wrote? I don't know. It was probably Stephen King. He started playing the Angry Aztec from Donkey Kong 64. Oh fuck! Hold on. No. We gotta play that. That's so random. Yeah, true. I'd play my cover, but it's fucking old as fuck and it'll get annoying. All right. Let's do... maybe somebody else did a metal version of it. I guess it should be me, huh? All right, I'm gonna just do DK because this is what's coming out of my guitar. All right, like literally, so that you guys can really feel exactly what this feels and sounds like. All right, here we go. Take your best shot, asshole, Jules grinned. He started playing the Angry Aztec from Donkey Kong 64. Blasting every cannonball the pirate shot. You can't hold back forever, the pirate shouted. You want to bet? Jules questioned, while a glowing blue aura surrounded him. It was at this moment that Jules started playing Fungi Forest. Jesus Christ. Okay. From Donkey Kong 64, while blasting lightning strikes at the ship, destroying the cannons in the process. You think you've won? The pirate shouted. As a matter of fact, I have. Jules aimed the tip of his guitar to the sky above and started playing that Stairway to Heaven thing from Billy and Mandy. Yes. Stairway to Heaven from the hit show Billy and Mandy. Bolts of lightning were building up. His guitar was starting to get louder, and at this moment, lightning strikes were being shot in the air. The steel cloud started to open up, and a bright flash of light was shining down on the ghost pirate ship. The sinking down to the abyss below. No! My ship! My beautiful reward! Ah! The ghost pirate screamed while sinking as far as the eye could see. Rot in hell, you worthless pile of bones, said Jules, while walking back through the caves towards the final moment of his goal. And that's the end of chapter 2. Why does this go so fucking hard? I'm gonna make a D&D setting that's based in this universe. This is how many there's 3 chapters, so one more to go, and there's an epilogue. So technically 4. So what's crazy is so part 1 and part 2 were posted on exactly the same day. Monday, May 25th, 2020. So my guess is the author was writing this and probably, was just kind of writing it, whatever. And then COVID hit, and then they finished it. Audiobook read by Jules with music accents tomorrow. And then the next part is Tuesday, August 11th, 2020. So my guess is they wrote those 2 sections kind of together and then uploaded it, and then was just kind of like, okay, cool. But then we have to wait 3 months until the next part, and then the epilogue was written in October of 2020. So this is fucking cool. I love Stairway to Heaven from Billy and Mandy. Me too. That was sick. So what do you guys think so far? Honestly, I thought that in the beginning that this was just going to be like kind of like a cute, like, oh, we're reading like, some kids, like, and then they went to the store and they said, I would like to buy a soda, and they said okay, and then they said okay, and then it's basically the new Odyssey. People are gonna. I don't want to be full of myself here, but I think this is gonna be the new Bible. The voice acting made it gooder. Thank you. 23 years of D&D DMing for this. Totes yeet, said Adriana. True. I'd make a religion for this. Dude, I love this pirate character. And the shark, like, I'm curious. Giggling with gladness is fucking amazing. I'm wondering, like, what the reference is. Like if this person, like, literally just dreamed this up, or these are references to something. Adriana's like, if Adriana's giggling with gladness wherever she is, I'm gonna be upset, because I'm clearly very upset and distraught that I can't find my friends. So if she's like giggling, then damn, that's fucked up. Skelly sharks with spotlights guarding doubloons everywhere. It's actually, this is a true story. Absolutely. The 5 minutes I caught are one of the most epic things I've seen today, and I binged the entire new season of Love, Death, and Robots. Damn. Ultra Instinct on the guitar versus a pirate. Yeah, I like that there was, like, specific soundtrack cues, you know? I'm sure there's a way that I could time it where my Donkey Kong 64 medley, like, hits at, like, all those points. I'd have to read it a little slow, though. My one complaint, it's actually 2, and Jules and Jack aren't fucking. Well, we have Act 3. We have all Act 3. The guitar battle was giving Sally Face vibes. When does the OST come out? The OST for this this story tomorrow. Let's discuss. Let's discuss over some nice, wholesome Ocarina of Time speedrunning. I don't know why the sound effects aren't working. Are you guys hearing all of the shit? Every time I come to a Family Jewel stream, he's grabbing. Oh, you guys heard the whoosh? Okay, I don't need to hear the whoosh. It's whatever. Every time I'm Family Jewel stream. All right, you guys can hear the game and everything. Audio good, everything good. The fire made my fire alarm go off. Fuck yeah. All right, everybody. Let me pull up my inputs. MST M giggling, S with T gladness. Fuck yeah. Giggling with gladness is so good. I really appreciate the commitment to every time he means to say as, he says has with H-A-S. I'd be okay with if I fuck the pirate. That'd be cool. I really like the pirate character. Nintendo Spy. There we go. All right. Jack brought me a juice pack unprompted. I hope Jack gets me a fucking juice box for my fucking birthday. It's coming up, so Jack, you've been prompted. Okay. Make sure this is all good. All right. All right. Let's dive in. The Gend of Zelda. The Gender of Zelda. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, giggling with gladness. Do you remember that you were a glorious egg? Like, when I was fertilized? French must be like legend. Le beau. So with my new setup, my screen is so much further away from me, so I can't really see like every individual fucking pixel, but at least my eyes will not burn out of my skull, like my mom always told me they would, by being so close to the TV. Binoculars. I need one of the little binoculars that are on the stick, like that they use at the opera. Oh, I do say, the speedrun is mighty slow. Lyle said you were a glorious egg in your birthday. Oh, true. I forgot about that. God. I really wish you didn't say that was 9 years ago. I feel so fucking old now. The opera glasses. You guys know what I mean? It's always like the lady in the huge fucking dress, and they're at the opera, and they're on the little, the mezzanines or whatever. And to be able to see the opera singers, they have these little binoculars that are attached to a stick. And they're, oh, yes. That does indeed look like opera is happening down there. Oh, opera glasses? They're just... But, like, I feel like there's so much utilization for them. Not just for opera. Like, I don't know. What if you just need a little, What if you're driving and you can't really see, like a sign? You know, it's, like, too far away. I do say, look at that man's junk. It is quite shapely. Ah, yes. A fine package. What? Yeah, you could watch your neighbor get dressed. You can watch your dad get dressed. You can watch your neighbor blow his son. It didn't gold split in the shop for once. I redid all of my, Oh. Wait, is this right? Yeah, that's right. I redid all of my auto split images, Emil, so that it should never happen again. Because as fun as it is, god damn it, was it distracting. Come on. All right, I'll take that. I'm proud of you. It took like literally all day. I went through the entire run and made new auto split images for everything so that I don't have to do any manual splitting. And it's like a whole new system and everything. So it's like it kind of came along with all of the new layout changes. How many splits are in the run? I have no idea. That's a lot. New layout looks nice. Thanks. I'm really hoping that this at trial, because auto split sucks ass. So they split early, but they split consistently, so I'm not too worried about it. For some reason, it gets really, really dark, and it's looking for a black screen, and no matter how tight I make it, it catches it at like when the screen like starts to zoom into the door. But it's fine. It's whatever. I'm also proud of you, Dad. Just letting you know. Thank you, Ray. I'm proud of you. Despite all of your typos, you keep coming back, and that shows resilience, and I'm proud of you for that. Just feel like the new layout makes the capture look smaller than usual. Makes the capture look smaller. Oh, because of the frame. I actually think that this frame is the same size. It's just because there's more elements to it. It looks like it's bigger. But I really wanted to make the capture in my camera like pop more by kind of muting some of the saturation. I think I could make it a little bit more gold, which I think I'll do. Blah blah. What's blah blah? Did I miss that during the reading? I'm picturing in my head that these lagoons, they look like the lagoons from Diddy Kong Racing. You know, in like that second or third world. You blablagged. I blablagged. Good. I'm cool with it. Pirate Lagoon. Dude, Diddy Kong Racing's music was way too good. The fish's name is Giggling with Gladness. You can name the fish Giggler. It's like Wiggler. You guys remember Wiggler Wednesday? Yesterday was Wiggler Wednesday. Yeah, keep your wigglers in your pants, everybody. Wiggler Wednesday was yesterday. No, it's Thwomp Thursday. Urgh. You only know. Oh my god! My favorite part of that is Nintendo was always so careful about all that shit, and that was like they're literally probably. It was in the top 5 worst typos they could have made in that tweet, and I love them for that. And I think that's what makes it so funny is because they're so fucking strict and so like clean cut and professional. Yeah, they were 1 letter away from the N-word. But like that would have been like if that was the tweet, there's like no way it would have gotten anywhere. Like that would have been like absolutely on purpose. But the fact that it was that one, insane. Pokemon Master Sex is also great. Susan, yeah. Susan Album Party. What's wrong with that one? Sus Anal Bum Party. So good. There's something sussy about it for sure. That was for Susan Boyle, right? She was the woman who sang the I dreamed a dream of time gone by on America's Got Talent. It's like a decade old. I mean, all this shit is a decade old. Pokemon Sleep is so good. Where is Pokemon Sex? Britain's got... Oh, it was Britain's. You don't get... Oh, I'm sorry. Damn. Does it even exist anymore after fucking Brexit? Now Sue's just like, this is the one time! You're claiming Susan Boyle like the Canadians have been trying to claim fucking poutine. As if it was... I don't know. It's like 22 seasons in. It's still going, right? That's kind of cool. You got a stick. Yeah, no, poutine is ass. Chicken shawarma poutine? I've never had shawarma. Listen, I've had multiple poutines. If the 3 poutines I've had in Toronto, Hamilton, and fucking... Oh my god, my brain's turning off. My brain's shutting off. Brain off. Montreal. If all 3 of them were bad, I'm sorry, I think poutine's bad. Fuck. Coffee crisps? What are coffee? That actually sounds fucking awesome. All multiple poutines were all shitty. I don't know, man. At a certain point... Like, the poutine I had in Montreal was okay. And it felt like the gravy and the curds was all, like, fucking, like, phenomenal quality. But it was just something about, it's just like, okay, this is the dish. This is it. You know what I mean? It's like... I'll just pull on my screen a little bit closer. You can't even call what you had in Toronto poutine. Okay, that's fair. That was ass. You had an abomination in Toronto. But don't you think it's kind of sad that the poutine I had in Hamilton was better than the one I had in Toronto? Oh, I think I already did this, but we'll do it again. Just for the judges when this fucking PB is like a crazy, insane world record that it will. Oh, and we also got Dry and Glide. You Eiffel Tower syndromed poutine. What is Eiffel Tower syndrome? I know like the Eiffel Tower sex position. It's kind of like the London Bridge, which is also you can take claim for now, Sue. London Bridge is a great sex position. No, like the thing with it's Toronto, would you use the what? Wait, you guys don't know what an Eiffel Tower is? Aren't you guys fucking fans of Luca? 3, 2, 1, Eiffel Tower. London as in London, Ontario, correct. I know about Eiffel Tower, smile. Luca made it famous, true. But did Luca make the London Bridge famous? So far, it seems like all the females in chat know what an Eiffel Tower is, but none of the males, which I find interesting. Well, actually, no, that makes sense. Eiffel Tower syndrome is hyping something up only to finally experience that thing. It is not meeting your expectation, and it feels worse. Interesting. That is like a real thing. I figured a lot of you would know what it is because of Luca. Girlies love Luca. Yeah, Luca's the best. Listen, I'm into twinks and werewolves. Can you blame me? No. Susan Boyle invented the Eiffel Tower sex position. So true. I'll miss. Yeah. Okay. So an Eiffel Tower is when you have one person in the middle, hands and knees, and one person's hitting doggy, and then one person's hitting the mouth, you know? And then the two who are not the one on all fours meet at the middle with their hands, and they hold hands. That's an Eiffel Tower. It was such a crazy album party. Everyone was Eiffel Towering. They can high five, but I think it's more sensual and you know, it's better if they hold hands. Typically, it's you have a girl in the center getting a blowjob and getting their fucking back blown out, and then the two guys on both sides are holding hands. What if they kiss? Even better. It looks even more like an Eiffel Tower. Me when I kiss my homie mid-Eiffel, dude. So then, what do you guys think of London Bridge is? Shit. Thanks, Gargoyle. I don't think that'll work, but no. The main difference with the London Bridge is there's one more person. Is there a rotation system involved? If not, what's the, so true. Ooh, got right inside bro. Nice. I'll take that. The two guys should touch nipples instead. If they're flexible enough, I think that is better. London Bridge is when you immolate your partner because it's burning down. So Eiffel Tower is when there's now two people in the center, both getting hit doggy, and they're like making out. So it looks like a bridge. And what position was that just now? What do you mean? Eiffel Tower? If the two guys on the end can hold hands with each other, amazing. Eiffel Tower. Great job. Good job. Talent. If the two guys are looking longingly into each other's eyes while they're porking their slam pieces, I think that's very intimate. What would the Chicago bean look like as a sex position? That's when I'm crouched in the corner jerking it. What about the Salt Lake City Arch? Whatever the fuck that's called. Can't believe you're spoiling Act 3 of the fic. It's a female master. Yeah, flicking the bean. The Chicago bean. The St. Louis Arch. Is that what I... Oh, did I say Salt Lake City? St. Louis. Sorry, you're right. I don't know why I mixed it. I think it's Salt Lake, St. Louis. It's SL. Stonehenge. What I've heard of the Golden Gate Bridge as a sex position. I just assume, I don't know. That's just it's just a London Bridge, but on fentanyl. I can say that because I'm a Californian. No one else can make that joke. We have a crisis on our hands. Where's the fourth person in the London Bridge? In the center. So it's like two people on all fours kissing, right? And then they're also... Oh, shit. They're also getting their backs... They're getting the back shots. You know what I'm saying? The crisis of drug-based sex positions. I mean, legal injection site. Injecting my fucking meat. My meat injection. Or I don't know. Does San Francisco have legal injection sites? I know Seattle does. Safe injection, whatever. Every time I'm in a family jewel stream, he's grabbing cock. I should just play that song every time we're in Kakariko. Maybe I should actually write the song, but to the tune of Kakariko. Because, like, that song was good and all, but, like, it really is just AI trash. Like, it was funny for, like, a second and all the references, but, like, I feel like there's nothing, like, I remember from it. Yeah. I'm like, oh, man. We're only 45 seconds green. We gotta start over. I gotta grab cock again. Man, what a shame. If you do a full cover of it yourself, you'll donate 20 subs. So, do I have to do the AI version? Because, like, I feel like... Not to be rude, but what the fuck is this AI bullshit? You boof cum? Fuck yeah, dude. I feel like if you're boofing cum, there's like an intention of like saving it for later. I wish I was AI. Content creation would be way less exhausting. Any version of every time, but all the vocals and instruments. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. I kind of want to make it Kakariko. Every time. How'd that even go? The audio would stop glitching. Time I'm in a stream. Jules grabbing cock, it seems. He reset. Even though it was green. Just so we could grab more cock. Something like that. I don't know. They might still be out there, Amanda. Are they on Spotify? Oh, God. Like the other one more. See, like if it goes to Kakariko, then all right, I'm sorry. One True David, thanks so much for the 18 months. Nice. They're also like, it kind of came up with like kind of a, in my opinion, like a worse, more kind of cookie cutter melody and chord progression. Because I had a melody that was like, every time I'm in a family jewel stream, he's grabbing cock. Like I think that's a much more interesting melody line. If the fan fiction is over, yeah. I know, you're only gone an hour and 10 minutes. No, we're saving part 3 for after a few runs. One day I'll figure out why that happens. Release the Jules cut. Oh, yeah, no, it was Twitch Makes Music. That was something we did back in 2014, 2015. My Brad. The Twitch Makes Music stuff was put on SoundCloud. Yes, Chilled. I love Expedition 33. I'm trying to make my way through it. I'm like 8 hours in. It's so fucking good. This has been such a great year for games. You know, it's really too bad that Rift of the Necrodancer came out this year, because then otherwise Monster Hunter Wilds or Claire Obscure would get Game of the Year, but obviously it's got to be Rift of the Necrodancer. It's just like, you know, Expedition 33 is great, but you can't make any burgers in that game, you know what I mean? And leastwise not to the rhythm of music. But that would be sick. You know, it's a small, you know, French team behind it. I'm sure they'll bring burger making to their next video game. Yeah, the game industry would have definitely died without Rift. Yeah, Vinfi, I don't like turn-based, but I make an exception for when the game is fucking amazing. Rift of the Goaty Dancer. Expedition 33 doesn't have Peppino Spaghetti DLC. Yeah, that's really what sets it apart. Where's the pizza time segment of Expedition 33? No, I'm not past Act 1 yet. I started an Archipelago, and I've been working on that. The Archipelago has Honey Pop in it, so I'm kind of, you know, got my arms tied, hands tied. It's hard to play games with one hand, you know? Yeah. I could beat this game with my foreskin tied behind my back. Wait, you're a man. I can still pretend, okay? Just let me have that. How does Honey Pop work as an Archipelago game? All of the items that you give to potential dates are checks in other people's games. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's kind of late. It's okay. And then the stuff you get is like girls, because you only start with like 3 girls and you have to unlock all of them. And then the panties are also checks, and you have to get all the panties to win. That's Act 1. They're so good. Want to get your opinion on them once you. All right, we'll do. Each singular boob. Each boob is a check. I feel like I would do Honey Pop if it was like every boob is like Japanese hentai censored, and then the checks take away the censors. I still cannot believe, like, that's been happening to me a lot lately, where he starts walking, but he doesn't see it. It's not dubstep, it's not real music. True. If it doesn't dub, and it doesn't wub, I don't lub. Never censor boobs I wish to enjoy. Speaking of Japanese boob games, wubba lubba dub dub. Flip Witch. There's a game called Delicious Pretty Girls Mahjong Solitaire. It's legit a great game. Yeah, I love it when like you can see clearly like these developers like they make a good game and they're just like, all right, time to add the titties at the end, and then it's phenomenal. I've never played Flip Witch, but that's another game that's in Archipelago, and I kind of want to try that. That's got titties in it. This girl I dated when I was 15 used to always say, why do men like boobs so much? They're just sacks of fat. Yeah, but they're very shapely sacks of fat. And I don't know, like, that's always an interesting, like, a conversation I'll have with women before they get a restraining order is I'll say, or I'll be like, it's funny how, like, girls are so, like crazy about boob size, boob shape, boob everything, you know? Your penis is just a tube of skin. Yeah, literally. Hong is actually really, really fucking hard. Yeah, for sure. I've met very few guys who wouldn't see, like, straight guys who wouldn't just see boobs and be happy. Like, there's, like, almost like I feel like men are too simple to have any preference when it comes to, like, titties. They just see the titties and they're like, yes, I like. It's not like, ooh, I would have liked them better if they were this, or, oh, man, I kind of want that. It's just, yes. Our brains just go, yes, I love that. I like that. There's sacks of flesh stretched out by bone. Yeah, exactly. It's a neurological thing that my gay ass does not understand. Yeah. No, I can't tell you, like, a logical reason. It definitely feels, like, chemical in nature. It's just, like, there's an instant neuron firing of, like, yes, titty. I like that. I genuinely get sus pings on my gaydar when straight men are picky about boobs. Yeah, I think that's a big tell. Yeah. Boob feel soft, dick go burr. Girls are interesting girls, but I put 20 hours into the game and still haven't unlocked every girl. Never mind all the outfits. I saw you had Honey Pop on your wish list. Have you ever played it? So I think it's a lot more simpler than that, but it's still addicting because it's just like match 3, match 4 kind of game, but it has a lot of stuff. Boob feel soft, dick go hard. True. Never played it. No, it's fun. I like it. Visual novels and stuff from old Humble Bundles, though. Yeah, I keep meaning to want to go through Clannad, but that fucking game is insane. It's so fucking long. Boob feel soft, dick go hard. VNs, anime games, but that Mahjong game is, yeah. I hate the Clannad art style. That's fair. Honey Pop to me is sex is cool, but have you ever gotten a 5-match in Bejeweled? Yes, and I love that. See, like, it's funny because, like, Honey Pop's, like, kind of fucking hard. And I think what makes, like, I don't think the art in Honey Pop is necessarily all that, like, groundbreaking, but, like, because you have to work hard for it, I feel like it feels more like a, like you earned it. I think that's the appeal, because, like, 6. I think the appeal is, like, you know, because people will be like, why would you play a game instead of just, like, look up the... Come on, Link. Is that the end of that one? I think so. Unless I'm able to damage down. I need... No, I don't think there's enough. Fuck! At that point, I should probably just eat the cutscene. Check out Delicious. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure. $1 on Steam. Fuck yeah. Back to cock. Oh no, we gotta grab cock again. Oh no. Oh no. Play a game because I'm a gamer. I feel like it's just like, I don't know. 3, 2, 1. Hentai! This run goes out to hentai. If it's that has anime boobs, but the game is more interesting than the boobs category. Hell yeah. Number 1 game on Steam is consistently a hentai game. Is that true? Wisdom dog? You mean dog of wisdom? Like the ha pa pa. Pick some bangers. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I love Dog of Wisdom. Did you guys see the, I don't know why this reminded me of this, the new actors for the HBO Harry Potter thing came out. I'm just like watching, I'm like, damn, these kids will never live a normal life ever again. That's real? Yeah. Yeah, they're doing an HBO series, which I think is cool. Like, so I grew up with Harry Potter. Obviously, you know, J.K. Rowling is a fucking cunt, but I don't know. Harry Potter was a very important part of my childhood, so I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting because they cast Snape and Hermione to not be white. I think there's gonna be, yeah, celebrities we liked as kids would just stop talking after the friend. Yeah, seriously. Is it just a retelling of the films? No, it's gonna go more. It's based off the. Oh, nice. It's based off the books, but since it's gonna be episodic, I think they're gonna be able to spend more time and not feel rushed. Because like I read all the books and the movies are definitely rushed. Which is weird because sometimes the movies feel like they drag. I'm like, how did you rush through so much shit and yet it's still boring? Come on. Hey, what's up, Arthur? Why do you always come in when I'm having trouble getting inside my bro? Yeah, the 7th book was split into 2 films and it was still fucking rushed. And it was still boring at times. One S works if you need for this. One the Wes. Yeah, like there's the one where you can fucking Wes into the bro. That one seems like really, really tight. And I don't want to learn all that because eventually I'm just going to do Aqua Escape. The Stabby Stab Escape. Oh, 1S. Oh, like turn. Okay. So just like Z target wall, right, and then S down, kind of. This is a trans person who grew up watching Harry Potter. I'm excited for the show. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I think it could be good. 3, 2, 1, trans rights. Now this run can't not PB, otherwise I'm in trouble. Because they felt boring for us. The first one was phenomenal. Yeah, you're just in time for the first run of the day. Don't worry. Googling. Ugh. Saying trans rights doesn't count if you don't do it during Pride Month. It's almost Pride Month. It's like 2 days away. And a bunch of Harry Potter actors craft a letter asking J.K. Rowling to please shut up already. I don't think so. It sounds fake. 2 days bad luck for saying it prematurely. What is like bad luck for saying trans rights before Pride Month look like? Am I just gay for 2 days? I mean, that's fine. Am I just trans for 2 days? I don't know if that's possible. Pride Month is an excuse for corporate. I know, no, seriously. I love the fucking memes of just like corporations after June is over and it's they just shoot a rainbow in the face. Yeah, it probably is safer to be gay the whole month. Yeah, Disney going back to black and white movies on July 1st. That's so fucked. What's up, Luck? I hope Mag was fun. Or not Mag, Momocon, sorry. One second. Doing an S turn up is really strange. Maybe I could do this and then... There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, one more time. And hang out with all the cool kids. Yeah, Dell was there. I heard you got to meet up with him. Hello. Every time I'm in a family dual stream, he's grabbing cock. Trans rights and didn't get past. The problem was I didn't ask his permission. So I said trans rights and I was trying to be all inclusive and didn't even get past decent consent. But Sudify, what up? Heard some people saw me talking to Jared at MomoCon. I thought I was you. Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't go to MomoCon this year. They didn't want me back. I just didn't reach out to them in time. Yeah, you're right, Nasu. I mean, merch at MomoCon. He waited until the last minute. All right, for real. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, real trans rights. That last one, I mean, that last one was just like a corporate gimmick. This one's for real. Yeah, the last one was for trans wrongs. This one's for trans rights. Trans wrongs and trans rights are all human rights and wrongs. But they're all acceptable. Bum, 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 bum. That's a sign. That's a sign. Okay, I really needed to read that twice. It was really important. I really needed to grab that bush. It was very important. What's up, AD? You can do chatbots for YouTube, right? Kind of like you do them for Twitch. So I gotta do that MST Dork Lord, the MST thing. Nightbot for YouTube, yeah. What's up, Leon? Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. For the backup, I'll start doing the 1S turn. I feel like I used to do that, but for some reason, like, and I was like, okay, this is consistent. And then I started doing it in runs, and then it wasn't consistent because it was happening because I was doing it in runs, you know. I'm like, oh wow, I finally got this thing, and then it just never works. What's up, Ray? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. You're just in time for the first run of the day. Yeah, I don't know how the ranking works either, Admired. The YouTube literally ranks people on how cool they are, I guess, or it was like Lucas Bell is the #1. What is this? It doesn't even show any. Oh, it's the community leaderboard. There's XP apparently. So now Lucas Bell, Admired Disorder, and the Dork Lord of Chaos all have 75 XP. I don't know if it's new. Maybe I've never seen it either. Yeah, it's got to be attendance. Get graded? Yeah, YouTube's getting graded. No, I don't think I've seen the YouTube community leaderboard until today. I feel like I would have remembered seeing that. Should get that for Twitch. Who do you think is the #1 Twitch chatter? Twitch. If Twitch had the leaderboard, who would be the top? My grade be S++. Because you've been around for like ever in AD. You have like the ultimate seniority. Nightbot. I don't even think I have Nightbot. Quality of chat messages. I'd be bottom. Not the bottom. Who do you think has the most meaningful and thought-provoking chat messages? I'd be a bottom. That was a sick cock grab. Is that all? Yeah, I knew there was one more. Maybe Naosu, yeah. Naosu, you did almost get my my fucking channel banned for posting porn. I mean, that was a long time ago, but I still remember it. And that's not like a call out. Like that's why I'm saying like that's why I think what you've posted here has been the most thought provoking and meaningful. How long ago was this? I can't remember. I think it was like 2015 or 2016. It was after I moved to San Diego. And like I think you posted some like hentai thing, like a hentai link. And I thought it was funny, but then I had a friend who was a Twitch admin who was just like, you can't fucking do that. I was like, fine. Like I can't not like ban that. Like I would love to see titties while I'm streaming. Who wouldn't? I think we all want to be at the point where we just fucking speed run Ocarina of Time and just get titties sent to our fucking Snapchats. That's the ultimate. Born to see titties, forced to grab cock. That's I feel like that's the new tagline for my stream. I had a naked woman with a huge cock in her stream and never got banned. I mean, I usually don't care, but it's just... You break the law the moment you get caught. I've never had my prostate massaged. Have I even lived yet? Yeah. Gotta change that. How does one get their prostate massaged? No wonder you're so stressed out. Damn, have you guys all been getting prostate massages? Get a cucumber. Ask a friend. Okay. What kind of a friend? Get a cucumber and boof it. That's it? I feel like there'd be more surgical, not surgical, but like precision required. How do you get a prostate? I don't think you have a prostate, Amanda. Amanda, have you seen the it was an Among Us VR thing with this it was a girl named Amanda, and she was 6 years old on the other side, and this guy just starts fucking screaming at her. It was great. He was just like, hey, Amanda, what's your favorite animal? He's like, a lion. And he's like, I like lions too. They sound like, and like started fucking screaming and then like chasing her. And then she just started screaming and everyone was screaming. A lion. Child abuse is funny. That's what I've learned from TikTok. It was secretly you. Yes, when you were a child and Among Us VR came out. Oh, wait, you and Delcake were giving prostate massages to each other? All right, then I guess I'll ask him. What's my say? I'm not into dinosaurs. I don't have a... I never had like a dinosaur fascination when I was a kid. I feel like I was like the only one. Like I watched like Jurassic Park and I thought it was fine, you know? The full body with the prostate. Oh, for sure. Okay, that makes sense. No, I didn't get the dinosaur autism. Like I think they're awesome, but like I feel like a lot of the other kids were just like they could like name every dinosaur and stuff. I just didn't care. Like they could name all the like I swear like I think I just went to a bunch of schools where like everybody was autistic except for me because everybody was into fucking trains, Sonic the Hedgehog, and dinosaurs. And I felt weird because I was like the only one who didn't know like what a dinosaur's like shoe size was just by looking at it. You got the shirt tag feels bad autism? Yeah, hypersensitivity. I like Sonic's great, but like I didn't grow up with a Sega system. I was all Nintendo. I like Sonic. I feel like I missed the hype of Sonic. I loved Sonic Frontiers. That game was fucking phenomenal. Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? He's just staring at the bush, and I'm just staring. I'm standing there staring at him. Okay. Look away. Look away. Go, 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 go. I've stared at a few bushes in my day. I should call her. Oops. I like Sonic, yet I hate most of the games. That sounds consistent with most Sonic fans I know. That's like I love James Bond, but I hate most of the games. Your hyper interest choices in early school were dinosaurs, Egypt, astronomy, basketball, or baseball. One video game you like, or horses. Video game for me, a little bit of astronomy. I liked hieroglyphics. I love James Bond, but I hate burgers. Me when I find the guy who James Bond burgered my sister. Never got into James Bond. GoldenEye 64, but never watched the movies. I was just talking about this. I got into James Bond because my mom got GoldenEye 64 not knowing what it was, or maybe she did, I don't know. But then I was like, oh my god, this is James Bond. I gotta watch every movie. Yeah, GoldenEye is probably one of the best James Bond movies of all time. And yeah, I watched every Bond film when I was very, very young. Jackie Chan. Did you like Jackie Chan Adventures? You watched GoldenEye before playing the game? Yeah. But GoldenEye just under Casino Royale. Casino Royale was good, for sure. Dude, Jackie Chan Adventures. One more thing. Die Another Day is funny. Diamonds Are Forever. Yeah. Mads Mikkelsen ball torture scene. Yes! Now everyone will know you died scratching my balls. Game should have been through. I know, absolutely, Mr. Christie. GoldenEye 64 should have been like the worst game ever made. And it was phenomenal. Like, I think a lot of people, if they were to play GoldenEye today, they would hate it, for sure. I still like that game a lot, just because I played the shit out of it. But the what scene? Mads Mikkelsen and Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig has his balls coming through the bottom of a seat, and Mads Mikkelsen is whipping him from underneath. And then he tells him to keep whipping, and then he goes a little bit to the left. I want to play it because of the movement. Yeah, the movement's awful. See that? Yeah, that's Casino Royale. Casino Royale. It's good. GoldenEye with mouse controls. Oh yeah, like GoldenEye Source. Fucking phenomenal. I've got an itch down there. Would you mind? So good. James Bond got his balls stuck in the toilet seat. I mean, kinda, yeah. Look, you know what I was watching the other day? Is fucking Battlefield 1942 moments. Like, funny Battlefield 1942 moments. And I fucking, I thought about when the whole Jamily would go and play. We would try to find, like, Battlefield 1942 servers. Those are so fun. There we go. So that you still have it on our dude. It's so good. Yeah. We play Battlefield. Dude, Battlefield's so fun. It's so like arcadey now, you know, compared to Battlefield, like, you know, where that series has gone. But like, there was something just so fucking fun about Battlefield 1942, and I think it holds up. But I could be biased. Oh yeah, the Chris Cornell theme. Oh, that song's so good. I loved Skyfall. Skyfall was sick. It definitely is different for sure. I played a little bit of BattleBit Luck. Yeah, it's cool, but it's not the same. Like, it feels like it's trying it's trying too hard to be more Counter-Strike-y than Battlefield-y, even though the whole game system is like Conquest, like Battlefield is. I'm not really sure how it could feel more Battlefield. Probably vehicles and stuff. Hi, can you stream Nintendo Switch games without any problems? I've never had any problems. I think you're going to run into problems if you stream Nintendo bottom games or Nintendo top games. But Nintendo Switch, whatever. Everyone's happy. I've seen every Bond movie, I believe. Actually, no, I haven't seen Spectre. Holy shit. My favorite Bond theme song? It might be Skyfall, honestly. I also Live and Let Die is classic. I just always forget about that one because I don't remember the movie, but I know was it the Beatles? Oh, Goldfinger fucking goes so hard too. Goldfinger. Watching Dr. No hits different when you see all the white people playing shit. Dude, Dr. No. I mean, I was gonna say Dr. No didn't age well, but I don't. Like, a lot of the old Bond films aged like fucking milk. Billie Eilish. Yeah, Billie Eilish, I think maybe did the one for Spectre.
Get the Pepto-Bismol. The Hunter is under attack.
Thank you, Steve. E. Live and Let Die is from Wings. Wait, that's not the Live and Let Die. Oh, dude, Moonraker. Oh my god, Moonraker is my top 3. That movie is so fucking good. Like, that's when I just feel like that like solidified like Roger Moore. Oh yeah, Jaws did get a happy ending. It's just like Roger Moore's James Bond. Like, I feel like once Roger Moore stopped trying to be Sean Connery, like, and he started just being Roger Moore Bond, it was so good. Live and Let Die was from Shrek. Yeah, my favorite Smash Mouth song. Live and let die. Wings is Paul McCartney, but it's a separate. Oh, gotcha. Have you seen the video, Vimpy, of it's Paul McCartney fucking dies, and it goes, it's him on the piano at a concert, and it goes, live and let die, and then he like presses a note, and then the pyrotechnics go off, and then it like cuts, but it looks like the entire stage exploded. Yeah, it's so good. Live and let die. Boom! And then everyone was dead. All right, see you, Woogie. Oh, yeah, absolutely Google that. Paul McCartney fucking dies. All Star is the only Smash Mouth song. Wasn't there the other one? Then I saw her face. Oh, I'm a believer. Is that not Smash Mouth? That's probably not Smash Mouth. Tyler Creator is fucking awesome. Wow. That's the Monkees? Yeah, it was a cover. Yeah, and it's fucking sick. They do a cover. Okay, so it was Smash Mouth covering the Monkees. Then I saw her face. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Now I'm a believer. Bit goofier, yeah. The Daniel Craig James Bonds are a little bit more gritty. And I feel like if you want James Bond to be gritty, Daniel Craig is good. Timothy Dalton is good. Timothy Dalton's James Bond is a little bit fucking... he's kind of a lunatic, but that's kind of what makes it interesting. Like, if you want, like, the most unhinged basket case James Bond, that's Timothy Dalton. Besides the clown rock... Oh, you mean clowncore? Music that I enjoy that's out of pocket? I mean... I really like ethereal, meditative music, like Hammock. I enjoy certain opera seria. I'm trying to think of like what comes up on my release radar. Is that All-Star was put in a placeholder by an editor, writing the original song to be the title stream track. It was done times this fits so well into the audience. Axe the original song at Smash Mouth to do that ending. That's fucking sick. My out-of-pocket take is that Nickelback really isn't that bad. Nah, Nickelback's great. Nickel blow out my back. Chad Krieger. We enjoy a lot of the ambient parts of Vapor. Oh, I love Vaporwave. Vaporwave's classic. Now, so you might like, have you fucked with Dungeon Synth at all? No, Nickelback is good. I'm not afraid to say it. You love Dungeon Synth? Fuck yeah. I figured you would. Dungeon Synth is cool. There's nothing quite like fucking playing old school RuneScape, blasting some Dungeon Synth. I'm Canadian, so I can't say Nickelback is bad, but also they're not. I like them. Doing prop hunt last night with the boys. Was the prop your penis? And they were hunting for it. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I just love that the Dungeon Synth is easy to describe to people. It's just like, all right, you know black metal, how they always have that intro? Just imagine if the intro just doesn't end and that's just the whole song. There you go. Oh my god, I've never heard Nickelback's version of Devil Went Down to Georgia. I don't want to hear that cover. That's like have you guys heard I think Flyleaf did a cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit. And if I remember correctly, it was not very good. It's tough because people think like, oh, covers are so easy. You can really fuck a cover up. I've done it. I've fucking been there. Oops. The original wasn't... What? It fucking Smells Like Teen Spirit? That was like a fucking decade-defining song. Like, if you were to tell me, like, what's the song of the 90s, I think it Smells Like Teen Spirit. I think the song of the 2000s was... Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Bringing Sexy Back. Dampe really didn't like that answer. Dampe fucking hates Nirvana. Dampe's like, what about Pearl Jam, you bitch? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dampe and a coward throwing fire at my balls and fucking shit. Okay. Oh yeah, Dampe's a... You drop down and Dampe has got a fucking Jersey Eyes goes, it's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Because I'm in a grave. I'm in a graveyard. With arms. No, that's Creed. With arms wide open into the sunlight. Welcome to this place. 90s was anything but System of a Down. That's a good answer. Or oh, not System of a Down. You're talking about. Wait, you're talking about System of a Down, right? Ewok did it all for the. No, I haven't. That sounds awesome. That's great. There's just a bunch of bands that have shit. Yeah. I have a lot of respect for Pearl Jam, though. Creed, well, obviously Creed is a masterpiece band. I mean, you know, they only bangers. Respect Pearl Jam, but I hate their music. You know what? That's fair. Very average. I still think Creed slaps. It's just really weird because Scott Stapp is such a fucking weird entity of a human. There's just something off. Something off about Scott Stapp. That boy ain't right. I don't know. Okay, listen, Link. Fuck you. Okay. In 2000, I was listening to Jinjo Village. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Higher's the classic one. Can you take me higher? That's exactly how he sounds. Alice in Chains is sick. Yeah. Concert at the Allstate Stadium, that was so bad the fans actually successfully. Yes, you did tell me about that. That's crazy. They I think that happened recently with Tool in Australia, I think. Because I think Tool promised that they were gonna do a 2-day festival, and that if you went to both shows, you would get different songs. And they didn't do that. They had like, it was like literally the same set minus like 1 or 2 songs. And so people wanted their money back. Oh yeah, 2000s is good for Green Day. I think. Or what about I Want It That Way? I think that's, or It's Gonna Be May. Been weird. I'll define a lot of my youth until I was older. Gotcha. Okay. Finally. Let's see if we can get this run. Ba ba ba. Let's see if we can now that the run is starting. Oh. Big Whooper, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Uh-oh. Big Whooper. How many subs is that? Is that 7? Oh, 5. Thank you so much, Big Whooper. Okay, I don't think I'm getting the right angle on this because this has been, I'm gonna do one of these. That looks right. And it wasn't. I'm having a lot of trouble with this all of a sudden. Oh, you know who for the 90s? Rage Against the Machine. Without a doubt. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, dude, Disturbed. Huge. I think Killing the Name Of is one of the best mixed songs of all time. That it's up there with Get Lucky by Daft Punk. Tom Morello's a whiny prick. Yeah, well, he's political. I think it's hard to talk about politics and not come across whiny. Thank you, 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 thank you. Bongo Bongo no longer weeps from neglect, only defeat. True. We'll probably be red here, but not by much. We'd definitely be red, but not by much. As long as we gotta get this cutscene skipped, though. Oh, fuck. That is not gonna work. I literally pressed B like maybe a frame or two late, and I didn't get the jump slash. It's annoying. So I missed it by literally 1 frame. All right. Let's wrap up this fan fiction because I'm very, very interested to see where this goes. Bro, can't even get frame perfect timing right. I know. Wash fell off. L plus ratio. All right. Yes, it's time for literature. We're going back to the literature, everybody. All right. All right, so for those of you guys joining us and have no idea what's about to happen, I found this fan fiction that was written about me, Jack, Jared, Adriana, and TRG, and apparently I'm like the main character, and I'm getting lost. And at first it was very silly and cute and whatever, and then suddenly there were ghost pirates and people dying and shit. So essentially the synopsis is Act 1. I'm playing a show at a Hard Rock Cafe with Toxic Eternity and 8-Bit Drummer. Somebody comes up and says, hey, we want you to play this cruise ship. And you missed chapter 2, I think. Sounds like something I've written 10 years ago. Yeah, until you hear it and you'll realize it's something that you would not be able to write for another 10 years. Just wait. So we're on the cruise ship, everything's going fine, and then suddenly a pirate ship comes out of the fucking fog and starts killing people and shit. And then suddenly I wake up in like this cave. I meet Adriana as a mermaid, and she says, I need my pearls. Go get my pearls. So then I go and get the pearls, and I found them. And then once I got the pearls, I fought the ghost pirate guy, and with a guitar, and it was fucking epic. So all right. We're gonna finish it today. And yeah. So part 1 was called Courage, part 2 was Determination, and part 3 is Compassion. Jules was walking through the caves, pondering. What was that ghost pirate talking about? Deny my liege? My beautiful reward? Was this ghost pirate working for someone else? Could someone else be involved around this whole lagoon? It was all another mystery to Jules. Something just wasn't quite right, and he had to return the stolen pearls to the mermaid without delay. He took the right path back to the mermaid's cove. Upon exiting the cave, he stopped in his tracks. He couldn't believe his eyes. There was a floating figure, hovering above the water, in a long gray trench-looking coat, straight and styled gray hair, and a slim oval-like face. So, Jules Conroy? Haha, we meet at last, said the mysterious figure. Who the hell are you? Jules demanded. Oh, questions. You don't even know why you're here, do you? The mysterious figure suggested. Jules stood back. What does he mean? Could that mysterious figure have a reason why Jules was here to begin with? What could you possibly know? Asked Jules. Quite simple. I opened up the portal to this world. That whirlpool you fell into, it brought you here. Jules had a shocking look on his face. So that ghost pirate who attacked me, you sent him? Jules asked. That's correct. You seem to be catching on quickly. But don't think he was my servant. I was only using him to get what I wanted, the figure explained. Jules placed his hand in front of his pocket. That's right, Jules. Those pearls you possess are something far more valuable than any treasure in the world, the figure explained. So rather, if the captain failed or succeeded in capturing those pearls, I would have sent him to the depths of the underworld without hesitation, he finished. Give me your balls. So you lied to him. You never had any intention of rewarding him for his actions. Like, at all, Jules questioned. Of course, I only wanted the pearls for my desire to rule this kingdom, the figure explained. You see, I once served her greatness, a guardian to be exact, only to prevent the pearls from being stolen. But I have had hopes of running this kingdom as my own, and according to her highness, I failed to stop a monstrous beast from attacking her kingdom, simply because I went AWOL, and my actions cost me my rightful place in her kingdom. In other words, I was banished forever, the figure explained. Jules was standing there thinking about all this. Did this strange figure set things in motion? I feel like yes. He's saying, I set these things in motion. So you planned all this, didn't you? Jules asked without hesitation. Correct. I made a deal with the ghost captain. I promised him power and eternal life if he could help me earn my place back in this kingdom. And this is where the pearls come into place. So he ordered his ghost crew to steal the pearls and hide them in his secret cave. Oh, shit. The same cave where you found the pearls. He was to retrieve the pearls and bring them to me. But as I said before, I was only using them to get to the pearls, so I may return them to Armley and earn my place back in this kingdom. But it wouldn't end there. I wasn't going to just earn my place back. I would claim this kingdom as my own, and then make Armley my queen. So rather, if the captain failed or succeeded in reclaiming the pearls for me, I would banish him to the depths of the underworld. Jules was shocked with anger. And this is where you come into play, Jules. I wanted to test you. I wanted to set a match between you and the captain to see who was greater. Had you lost, it wouldn't have been a waste. But now that you have won against the captain, I must offer you my impressions. Perhaps you could be the knight of my kingdom. You wouldn't want such great potential to go to waste, now would you? The figure offered. Jules pulled the pearls out of his pocket and held them tight, looking deep into the minerals. That's it, Jules. Only fools believe in good and evil. There is only but power, and only the weak refuse to seek it. Who needs friends when you can have slaves? All I ask is for your cooperation and mine. Only then can we go beyond greatness. Just give me the pearls, he demanded. He's just ripping off Voldemort now. Yeah, that's what I was feeling. But right then and there, Jules caught him lying. This monster never cared about the captain. What would make Jules himself any different? Beyond the shadow of a doubt, he could see through the lies by this little freak of nature. If you think I'm going to join your little Koopa clan, you can think again. Instead of offering me a place in your domestic terrorism, why don't you suck the tip of my guitar, and I'll give you the biggest shock of your life. May be very effective on your brain, too. Because you're about to put you out of your misery, because I'm about to put you out of your misery, you filthy pisshead! Jules shouted back. The figure just smiled. So be it, rock star. Then he rose in the air. You should have taken my offer, Jules. But I guess some lessons must be learned the hard way, you know? Jules took off his seashell necklace and stood his ground. You're not going to make me regret my decision, Jules shouted. Ha! That's your problem, Jules. You can't say I didn't warn you, but now you face the consequences of making such choices. I did mention, before that, a monster attacks this kingdom, did I? Well, you're about to face him right now. Jules had a surprising look on his face. So that monster who attacked the kingdom, that was you. But how? Jules asked. Correct. I transformed into such a hideous beast to set my plans in motion. In other words, I got myself banished from this kingdom to have the captain's crew steal the pearls. There's like 3 different fucking stealing plots here. I don't understand. What was the fuck? He's like, that was my plan. And then I'm like, no, your plan was this. He says, yes, that was my plan. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm lost. There's too many plans. I do love that he's got a monologue for every single plan, though. That is nice. I got myself banished from this kingdom to have the captain's crew steal the pearls. Once I retrieved them, I could not only earn my place back, but to seize this opportunity and claim the kingdom for my own. The figure explained while spinning around slowly, picking up the speed and process. Now to reveal my true self, my only colors, and to finish what I've started, said the figure as he started to transform into what appeared to be a massive pufferfish. The monster spoke with a more identical demon voice. Now, Jules, you will witness my moment of triumph and feel the wrath of the mighty Puffinator! Jules facepalmed over such a ridiculous name. Really? That's the most pathetic name I've heard from a ruthless monster such as yourself. Jules scolded. Insult me all you want, Jules, because now you will meet your demise. You fall before me, the monster shouted. Jules rolled his eyes in annoyance, knowing this freak of nature was going to be a massive pain in the ass to fight. Whatever, dude, said Jules as he held the seashell in his hand, transforming into his guitar. Just as he was about to play the instrument, he noticed a flat-bottomed boat docking right next to him. Okay, that was a sentence. He jumped on the boat, believing that was his only way to fight against the Puffinator. Jules started playing the guitar, and the boat was powered up. He started sailing in the lagoon, circling the beast. That guitar won't help you much when I'm shooting spikes at you, the beast shouted at Jules, while shooting spikes from its side, aiming at Jules. Huh, you want to bet? Jules shouted back, while blasting lightning strikes at each spike coming towards him. He saw a bright star rising from the water from the distance. And then he started playing. Hold on. Oh, god damn it. Hold on. Yeah, I made a raft. He name drops another song, so okay. Let's see. You want to bet? Jules shouted back, while blasting lightning strikes from each spike coming towards him. He saw a bright star rising from the water from the distance. He started playing. A muted YouTube tab. Hold on. He started playing the battle theme from Chrono Trigger. He sails through the stars, and a tall tower rises from the lagoon. While still playing the guitar, he kept sailing around the beast, looking for more stars. He had an idea. He was starting to suspect this tower was a secret weapon to combat this monster. He found another star and sailed right through it. And another tower rose. "I don't know what you're planning to do to me, but it ends now," shouted the monster, shooting more spikes at Jules. He took some damage, but held on long enough to sail through some more stars. After sailing through the fifth and final star, one last tower rose out of the water, and all the towers started to produce electric currents and shocking the Puffinator. He was down, but not out. "You haven't won yet." The monster could barely speak, but was starting to regain his strength. The sky was getting dark. The clouds were forming. The storm was brewing. From here on out, it was going to get tough. But Jules stood his ground. He kept jamming on his guitar. He was playing the theme of... Oh, wait, hold on. This is a song Dude, I just keep changing songs. I must be playing this like the fucking 50 songs in 1 minute shit. I guess I'm now playing the Fyrus theme. The theme of Fyrus from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This is an orchestral version from The Noble Demon. Keeping the boat powered, it was sailing in circles again, looking for more sails to sail through. The only problem, the beast was spitting fireballs at Jules. Jules was able to shoot down a few from him, the guitar, but he missed one. He got back on course and started playing his guitar again. He was jamming hardcore to it, but that Puffinator had him on the ropes, shooting out... I almost said shooting ropes. Had him on the ropes, shooting out spikes to Jules, spitting fireballs out at Jules. It was too many for Jules to handle. He shot down as much as he could, but he was overwhelmed. The Puffinator blew out a massive load of fireballs, and this is sexual, and spikes at Jules. And with the finishing touch, he bellows a massive shockwave in the lagoon, causing Jules to crash his boat into the walls of the lagoon. Jules lay there on his boat, hurt in anguish, realizing his defeat. Knowing now that he doesn't have a chance of saving the kingdom and seeing his friends again. I feel like we gotta go to something else. Ah, yeah. I really hope this is the scene where I fuck the guy, but let's see. Knowing now that he doesn't have a chance of saving the kingdom and seeing his friends again. I'm sorry, Armelie. I failed you. And now I'll never see my friends again. Jules despaired in agony. Just kidding. Back to the music. "Come on, Jules. You're better than this," said a familiar voice. Jules looked up, and to a shock of surprise, it was Jack, holding his guitar. Frowning upon Jules. "Jack!" said a confused Jules, slowly getting back up on his feet. Jack smiled a bit, seeing Jules regaining his spirit. "It's not like you to give up that easy, man." Jack reminded him. "I've been watching you through this journey. You had it going. You were near achieving your goal, dude. And now this?" Jack questioned. "He was getting too powerful, man. I couldn't hold on My own. I was all alone. Jules responded. Jack placed his hand on Jules' his shoulder, assuring him in the process. You're never alone, man. You've got us behind your back. I and Jared have been around you all this time, and you didn't even know it. Jules looked around for Jared. Jared? Asked Jules. Oh, he's on the cliff tops with his drum set. He couldn't get them on the boat. They were just too big to fit, Jack explained while pointing towards Jared's location. Jared waving back and shouting, "Hey, what's up, dude?" Jules could barely hear him and waved back to him, but he rolled his eyes, knowing at the thought of not being able to bring his drum set on the boat. Of course, he said. Yeah, I know. So you ready to fight back? Asked Jack. Jules got his guitar ready and rubbed his fingers on a few strings. You know it. Jack smiled and started playing on his bass. Hell yeah, dude. Now, let's go! Jack shouted as the trio started playing the... Don't know this one. That's the moment that I see Jared on the mountaintop. Hold on. Did it wrong. Oh, okay. This is from Stereden. Stereden? Stereden. I've never heard of this. It's an indie game. Okay. We started playing the Stereden main theme. Oh, fuck. Okay. Jack shouted as the trio started playing the Stereden main theme. The boat was back on track, sailing through a few glowing stars, and about 2 towers rose from the surface. The beast was fighting back, shooting out more spikes and spitting out more fireballs in the process. But he couldn't seem to get a clear shot at the two. Not even Jared, and he was sitting on the cliff tops, jamming out to the drums. And he was wide in the open. I'm not going to lose to the likes of you, idiots! Oh, sorry, that's the beast. I'm not going to lose to the likes of you, idiots! The beast shouted. Give it up, freak. You never stood a chance, shouted Jules, while happily jamming out on his guitar. I'm glad to see you sticking your ground, Jules, Jack responded. The boat was sailing around the lagoon, passing through stars, and raising more towers. And with only one more tower to go, the Puffinator bellowed another massive shockwave. But much to his dismay, it did not affect the boat. That didn't work? The beast asked in horror, and finally with all the towers in place, the electric currents went off and paralyzed the beast in its tracks. But it wasn't over yet. Finish him! Jack demanded. With pleasure, said Jules as he jumped high on top of the beast, with Jared smiling in the distance, full of amazement. So long, you worthless scumbag. Jules started jamming to his guitar, pointing the tip in the air, shooting electricity in the sky. He started to see the clouds forming, building up some electricity, and just at the right moment, he jumped off the beast, saluting him with a wink, and a strike of lightning struck down on the beast, combined with the electric towers. It was enough to finish him off, his face building him up in bright red, suffering a tremendous amount of pain, expanding wider and wider, loud, muttering in the process, and within the blink of an eye, the monster exploded in the process. And just like that, it was all over. The kingdom was saved. And Jules was reunited with his friends, and the sky cleared up with a ray of bright sunshine. Thanks, Jack and Jared, said Jules. It's no problem, man. And then we played this. It's no problem, man. Just looking out for you, like always. Jack responded with pleasure. Now that Jules thought about it, the voice he heard from before, it was Jack all along, knowing that he always be with him. I guess it's all over, huh? Maybe we can go home? Jules questioned. Not quite, dude. I think you still have one more task to finish. Jules raised his eyebrow and suddenly realized the pearls in his pocket. Of course. I've got to return these on the double, Jules acknowledged. Can't you come with me? Jules asked. Sorry, man, but this is your quest, and yours alone. I cannot interfere. Jules looked down. I understand, he responded. Jack and Jared started to fade away. But don't worry, man. We always have your back, no matter what happens, said Jack. I'll see you later, dude, said Jules. Take care, bro, said Jack and Jared, after fading away. At this moment, Jules jumped back down in the lagoon. Perfect song change, yeah. Jules, I don't feel so good. No, Jack can't die. No, not that one. No. Oh. Yes! Jules entered the Jules entered the castle to see Armely on her throne. With her head down, she slowly rose her head and saw Jules slowly approaching her. With a big grin on his face. Missed me? Asked Jules. Jules, you're back, said Armely with relief. I promised to return. I gave you my word, didn't I? He asked. I guess so. It's really great to see you again, Armely responded. And to make matters even better, I brought you a big surprise. Jules reached in his pocket and pulled out the pearls, raising them in the air. They slowly left his hand and rose to the ceiling. Armely was shocked, surprised with happiness. The entire throne. Do you think she was giggling with gladness? The entire throne room lit up with a bright flash of light. The castle was much brighter than before. Fish were swimming into the throne, and the walls started to sparkle, and the pearls resting behind the throne on the top ceiling. You did it, Jules! He regained my pearls, and have restored my kingdom to its former greatness. Armely shouted with gladness. Yes! I'm glad to have helped your majesty. I couldn't allow your kingdom to suffer and die. Thank you for believing in me, said Jules. Armely was delighted and filled with joy. Thank you, Jules. I'm honored that you have risked your life to save my kingdom. I am now forever grateful that you set aside your troubles to pull me out of mine. Now rest on my throne, and we will discuss how to get you back home. Armely informed. Jules took a seat on the throne, feeling relaxed now that he was going to find his way home. Armely smiled, remembering her first meeting with Jules. You know, Jules, I agree with you. You know, Jules, I agree with you from before. I really feel like I have known you from before. Somewhere in a faraway place, from a faraway world. Perhaps we were close friends back then, through thick and thin. He seemed like the type of person who never gave up on his friends. And you remind me so much of him, she explained. Jules thought for a while, remembering the good times he had with his friends, doing music videos, collabs with Jack, Jared, and Adriana, participating in the Runaway Guys Coliseum events. The times of his life. Yes, I still feel the same way. You remind me of a very close friend of mine, and I really hope to see her again. Jules agreed with Armely. And I promise you will. Just relax for a bit. Close your eyes, and remember the times you had with your friends. And we'll all come back to you. Armely explained. Jules sat there, relaxed, remembering the times he spent with his friends. More recent events, like hosting at the Hard Rock Cafe in Manhattan, New York. How the Runaway Guys kicked the ever-living snot out of some guy after interrupting their music when then being offered a cruise ship to Florida. Wait, the Runaway Guys kicked the they beat up a guy. Ruined Terra, thanks so much for the 17 months.
Good evening.
Damn. Emil, you kicking somebody like interrupts the music and they're all fucking kicking the shit out of him. I gotta get my snot back in me. He thought about the cruise ship he had for a while. By the pool, playing in the arcades, eating with his friends, and then going to bed after having such a bad headache. You know me, so violent. And he started feeling better. He could have had more joy on the cruise ship had he not developed a splitting headache. Yeah, what a fucking idiot. After a few minutes of relaxing, he slowly opened his eyes, and much to his surprise, he was back in his room, still on the cruise. He looked around the room for a bit, wondering, how was this even possible? Was it all a dream? Did he even go on such a dangerous quest? It was hard to say, but he started to come to his senses after hearing a knock on the door. Come in, Jules announced. It was Jack. He walked in with a grin on his face. You all right, man? Jack asked. Yeah, never better, Jules replied, smiling. Glad you're okay, man. You were out all night. We didn't want to bother you till morning, Jack explained. Oh, I see. But it's all right. I'm feeling much better than I was yesterday, man, Jules explained. Glad to hear. Well, you might want to get ready here soon, dude. We're about to dock at Florida here in a bit, Jack announced. Jules was a little shocked. He got out of bed to get ready. Okay, man, listen, I gotta tell you and all the guys, I think I had a very wild dream last night, Jules explained. Really? Well, why don't you wait until we get settled? Then you can tell us everything. Deal? Jack offered. Fun by me. Now let's get out of here, said Jules as he and Jack walked out of the room. Jules was looking forward to this concert, but he wondered how his friends will feel about the dream he had last night. And that's the end of part 3. Was that Amelie, like Monarch? Oh, I don't know. Every time I try to fucking fade out the music in VLC, it just blasts after I go to 0. It's weird. Maybe that's the reference. Like Adriana's like mermaid alter ego was Amelie. Who knows? Is the epilogue? Yes, epilogue. There is an epilogue. It's not very long at all. It's very quick. All right. Now, remember, everybody, any resemblance to actual persons living or dead or actual events is purely coincidental. So keep that in mind. Nope. Nah. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Maybe. Is this the fucking menu theme? No, this is the weird title theme. No. It's got to be right. Ooh. Yeah, I think this is the one. Epilogue. A full house was too soft of a word to explain how big this concert was. Jules, Jack, Jared, and Adriana were in the back of the stage, waiting to play the music. In the meantime, Jules was telling everyone his dream from the cruise. Whoa, that was awful, said Adriana, sorry. Whoa, that was awful, said Adriana. Man, I'd hate to be on a cruise ship during a thunderstorm, Jared responded. Dude, that is one awful dream, said Jack. I couldn't even imagine having to go through such an awful moment. I'd rather fall down there with you in the whirlpool than let go of you, man, Jared explained. You really mean that? Jules asked. I'd go with you, man, Jack jumped in. Count me in, too. We should all go together, Adriana offered. Thanks, guys. I'm freaking excited to be around you guys. This is going to be a kick-ass concert, Jules expressed with gratitude. That's what friends are for, dude. Without you, the world just wouldn't be enough, Jack informed. You know, come to think of it, my dream last night was definitely about the meaning of friendship, Jules explained. Hell yeah, dude. Just imagine killing a giant monster with the power of rock and roll. Sounds pretty kick-ass, Jack expressed. Yeah, man. Part of me wishes that was reality, Jared expressed with determination. Just to fight giant monsters. But even so, Jules, I'm just glad you're okay. I'm happy to be around you guys and make the best of our time in this dreadful world we call home, said Adriana. Has she expressed with that? I don't think as is ever a word in this entire thing. It's always has. That is so confusing to me. Said Adriana, has she expressed with satisfaction? You and me both, Adri, said Jules. And I thank all of you guys for being there for me when I needed you most, Jules expressed. With the other three feeling so blessed that Jules thought of them as family. Come to think of it, though, I wouldn't care to be a mermaid. It's just a cute little thought. Adriana giggled. Yeah, that's definitely you, Adri, Jack laughed. While Jules and Jared joined in, and then everybody laughed. After a while, the announcer came backstage to inform the group they were up. Hey guys, better get ready. The show's about to begin, he announced. Well, let's get to playing. We got a show to put on, said Jared, and they got together on stage in their selected positions. Jules was under the blue light, Adri under the red one, green for Jack, yellow for Jared, and the orange light was shining around around the four in circles. You guys ready to rock on? Adri announced over the microphone, and the crowd was wild. Great. Let's hope you all have a good time. And now for our first song. That was a... Hold on. Sorry. This is my first time going through this. Otherwise, I'd have these fucking queued up. You guys ready to rock on? Adri announced over the microphone, and the crowd was wild. Great. Let's hope you all have a good time. And now for our first song, Believe in Myself by Jun Sonoy, and featured in Sonic Adventure 2. And the crowd roared with excitement. Is that me on guitar? Wow, wow. Fuck yeah. The crowd roared with excitement. The band was playing out the song to their heart's content, with Jules taking a look at his friends and smiling in the process, knowing they would always be there for him, no matter when things get tough for the group, and that will always make it in the end, through thick and thin. The end. Big giant circles, hello. Jimmy, we just a few weeks ago, like a month ago, I found a fan fiction that was written about me back in 2020. So we did a dramatic reading of it, and we just finished it. So I just posted it in the chat. How do I? Okay, I'm gonna log into Wattpad. And I'm going to upvote. I'm gonna try to update this. I'm making a Wattpad account, everybody. PG or it was PG. It was very wholesome. It was all about the power of friendship. I was expecting it to go like super gay, but it didn't. But it's okay. If you guys would go and upvote this amazing story, hopefully they commission a new chapter. I want a sequel. Yeah, there was no charity ass eating. Do you think the author will be happy or horrified to know you read this? I hope happy. Oh, what the fuck? My username was... Let me try to... Maybe I can... Maybe I've already made a Wattpad. Wait a minute. They have an image for the epilogue, and it's like a stage, but it's Carlos. It's not even. I don't think it's any of us, any of the people in the story. It's Insane in the Rain music on like the PAX stage. What the fuck? All right. Well, I'm voting. My profile. Got it. Okay. One reading list. No. I just wanna like I wanna update this in all the ways I can. Add to my private library and also my reading list. Okay. And then report this story as the greatest story on the entire website. All right. Well, I just started. 101 reads. Hell yeah. The Pearls of Rock and Roll. So I guess I understand the title now. What's up, Ushimama? What site? I just fucking posted it. How many times do I gotta post a link? It's the only link there. Hold on. So someone wrote a fanfic and there wasn't a single use of the word come? No. Not at all. That was sick though. No, the pearls weren't metaphorical. They were real pearls. So, my takeaways from this, I actually like really there was a lot of subversion of expectations when suddenly there was a fucking ghost pirate. It started so like wholesome and like I thought it was just gonna be kind of like a slice of life anime, but then the fucking ghost pirate ship and like people fucking dying and shit, like that was cool. I love that. Incredible. Like once we got to that point, I realized we're in for an epic story, not just a silly one. And I thought that pacing was good. That fucking twist, insane. I feel like I would have liked to see. There were 5 pearls. I would have liked to see a trial of like each pearl. You know what I mean? Like some kind of like story where I had to like find. How many more of these you think there are? This is the longest one I could find. There was another one that wasn't. There was one that wasn't finished. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, V-dubs? Yeah. I feel like I would have liked to see like maybe Jack and Jared or Adriana, like they had to find like a pearl, and then like I had to find like one, Adriana found another one, Jack found another one, and then Jared found another one, and then we had to like come together to find the last one. I think that would have been cool. Pacing and obtaining the pearls, yeah, it did feel like one and done. It was just like there's just a treasure chest here randomly, and it's like, oh well, there they are. Okay, pick them up. I found one which is 16 chapters long and is about PAX. Seeing through this, and I am extremely sad I missed the actual read through. We read the first chapter in my last stream, so and then we did part 2 and 3 in the epilogue today. Yeah. Search Family Jewels one more time. Let's see what comes up again. Pride and Polyjuice, Professor Snape's story. Why did I come up for that? Alan Rickman, Alcohol, Draco's Sister, Goblet of Fire. So I give you an just cock, balls, torture. Yes.
Did this story give you ideas for a Shredventure sequel?
Absolutely. YouTuber imagines one shot request. I'm in. Let's see. Family Jewels camera. Okay. Hold on. What the fuck is this? This is YouTuber imagines / one shots request open. What the fuck? One-liners. What is this? Okay, this is just a bunch of one-liners. Of what? These are some one-liners I found that you can request imagines with. Like one-shots. I think they're one-shots short stories, yeah. Okay, so there is... Oh, my God. Oh, there's a lot here. Oh, my God. There's Alpharad, the Random Encounters guys. AJ is here a bunch of times. What the fuck? Adriana. Okay. I want to see what... Okay. Imagine helping AJ and Nate with Needle Mouse the musical and getting to go to Japan when they win. By the way, Y/N is Amy in the musical despite AJ being her in IRL. As much as we all loved AJ as Amy, you need to be her for the Imagine. If that upsets you, deal with it. Just kidding. Your point. Okay, so this is you put yourself in this story. YHC, your hair color. Oh wow. Okay. You reached up and adjusted your pink wig, tucking in a strand of your brown hair. You clapped your hand together. You're ready to film. You looked over at AJ as he put on his blue hat. You had known AJ and Nate for a couple of years now and had developed slight feelings for AJ. Oh my God, we're in it. We're in it. We're fucking in this shit. Okay. All right. Okay. Great. I need to read Family Jewels Camera Woman. Oh my God, it has a gif of oh my God, it's my Red Dead Redemption 2 house building theme. 1 second. So should I... Are you guys familiar with this video, by the way? Are you guys familiar with my cover of house building theme? Because if not, here you go. I'll give you a... I feel like it's important. Where's is it believe? Yeah. Okay. How do I? Okay. All right. I could just do that. All right. This is crazy. I can't fucking. Can I zoom out here? Come on. Let me. Great fucking website, YouTube. Fuck you. Okay. Okay. So here's the video if you guys haven't seen this. I played this live quite a bit. because it's just a good time. So do you think like whoever commissioned this or wrote this got thirsty at me and wearing both suspenders and a belt? They're like, oh man, I can play the jaw harp. It's not that hard. You better get pregnant in this. I might. I really hope I get pregnant. Nice work on the video. Thank you. All right, here you go. Here's the money shot. You know what? Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Look, I'm building a house. It was actually raining but you can't even tell during that shot. Someone definitely got thirsty and wrote a fanfic. Is this a thirst trap? I thought this was stupid. Oh, Corey's in this one. Oh, that's me. That's me riding the little horse. Corey dressed up in a cheerleader outfit with a horse mask. This was so much fun to film. This is honestly, like, it's probably why they're like, yeah, it's this one. Oh, also, this is not me whistling. Oh yeah, and this Corey. Yeah, and then I climb on top of him. Yeah, so when you guys see Dark Ages in chat, that's who that is. So also, yeah, that's not me whistling because I can't whistle. It's I think it's Adriana. What the fuck is this like? What up? We're building houses, bitches. I'ma come fuck your girl, then build you a house. How long ago was this? This had to have been 6 years ago. Yep, 6 years. Isn't it illegal for you to be a professional musician and not be able to whistle? Yeah, I should get fucking canceled. Anyway, okay, so yeah, that fun video. So definitely can understand. So let's play it. We'll play it in the background, just at a low volume while we read this. And it's the beard, but you look like you could be related to Stemage in that in the video. Maybe. I love Stemage. All right. Imagine Jules asking you to film his Red Dead Redemption 2 house building theme video. Do we want Chugga Conroy to be the focus of this one? I'll read it as if it's about Emil. And maybe it'll get really gay. What do you guys think? Oh no, yes, but yeah, okay. Okay, all right. Your point of view, Emil. You were lying on the couch, scrolling through Twitter. It's already not believable. It's already a mess. We're not even one sentence in, and it already doesn't make any fucking sense. All right, no. All right, no. Emil, scrolling through Twitter, as he does. You heard footsteps from upstairs, and out of the corner of your eye, saw Jules come down the stairs with a guitar case in one hand and a camera in the other. The two of you had been best friends and roommates for a couple of years now. You suspected that he was falling for you, but you weren't quite sure how you felt. Jules put his guitar case by the front door, then turned to face you, his arms wide open. His arms wide open! You looked up from your phone to see him in one of the strangest outfits you'd ever seen him wear. He had on a red plaid flannel, suspenders, a black cowboy hat, a pair of light blue jeans with a belt, his black Converse, and his silver necklace. Look back at the GIF or watch the video to see the full outfit. It's pretty great. Aw, thank you. How do I look? He asked. Do you want me to be honest? You responded. Yeah. You look silly, Emil said, holding back a little bit of laughter. Jules rolled his eyes and let his arms fall to the side. You sat up and slipped your phone into your pocket. I never said you didn't look good. Jules set his camera on the couch. Yeah. So why are you dressed like that? Emil asked, eyeing Jules up and down. For my next video, Jules explained. I'm doing a cover of the house building theme from Red Dead Redemption 2. They didn't mention the belt and overalls together. I know. My next stream after this, somebody was just like, you fucking idiot. Why did you do that? And I was like, it was funny. It fit. Emil said while nodding slowly and let you chin rest on you hand. Same as always. Well, sort of, Jules said. This one's a little different. I'm going to be singing. You perked up. Really? You were a little surprised that he had decided this. Jules didn't sing very often. You often encouraged him, to which only worked a couple of times. You thought his voice was good, and you liked it when you caught him singing. Yep, Emil replied. Wow. Yep, Jules replied. Wow, Emil said, smiling and crossing his arms. So what time will you be back? Jules, is this an X-reader? I think so. Jules took off his hat and nervously ran his hand through his hair. Well, I was hoping it'd be when would we get back? What do you mean? Emil asked. Jules walked over to Emil and handed him his camera. I'm having to change this to be about Emil. Will you shoot my video for me? Emil took the camera from him, confusion running through his head. Emil had never shot one of his videos before. Jules usually had one of his other friends film for him. You would sometimes tag along to help anyway. Emil would sometimes tag along to help any way he could, or just to watch. Would I even be good at it? What if I don't shoot it how he wants, he thought. Emil? Emil snapped out of his thoughts. You thought for a moment before giving your answer. An answer you knew would make him happy. Sure, Emil said. I'd love to film your video. Time skip jump scare. Later that evening, Jules was finishing up the video, preparing it to be uploaded. Emil stood behind his chair, watching as he looked over the footage he shot. Part of Emil was nervous that that Jules wouldn't like his shots. The other part was telling him he would. So how does it look? Emil asked. It looks great, Jules replied. You did a really good job. You stared back at him. Really? Jules nodded. Yeah. Would you like to do this permanently? Be my camera woman? Emil tilted his head to the side. You did like filming the video, and Jules liked what you did. Plus you knew would get to spend more time with him, which wouldn't be a bad thing. He smiled to himself. Emil put his hand on Jules' shoulder and gave them a couple of light pats. I would love nothing more than to be your camera woman. The end. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, there's this comment 5 years ago. A girl of many fandoms says, can you do one when Jules and Your Name play together in a band, Your Name being a bassist and Jules being a guitarist, and then begin to fall for each other? And they said, sure. Yeah, no kiss. I like it. It's, ooh, AJ and Jules. AJ and Jules. Imagine working on the Random Encounters Sonic the Hedgehog trailer and AJ and Jules fighting for your attention. Let's see. I don't know how to do this because since it's so like you put yourself in the shoes, you know what I mean? This is definitely like a fucking this is like second person. You know how you have like first person and third person? This is like second person writing. It's really interesting. Family Jewels Band. Is this the no, this is requested by Shadow the Hedgehog 200. Imagine playing in a band with Jules and you two begun to fall for each other. Also, all of the other band members will be made up. I would love nothing more than to be your camera woman. So good. Dude, there's so much shit, man. This is so crazy. Love wins. I want something like, I want to find something like oh, this one's about Matt Pat.
Dude, let's open up this pit.
Oh my god. Jack. Jack, dude, you missed. Okay, so I'm gonna put Jack in 2020. Somebody wrote a fucking fan fiction about you, me, and Jared and Adriana going on a cruise to like play a show in like Orlando or some shit, and it was fucking epic, like legit. I did a dramatic reading, but here, just for you know, throw that in a tab. I know you were just streaming. Go have some fucking pizza and whatever. It was absolute cinema. Highly recommend. Read through that. Or Emil had some dialogue in it. I feel like we all agreed that like I don't know. You're just like the greatest like supporter bro of all time, and it's so perfect. So I don't know. You should check it out. I'm constantly like this fucking hero that's just like, I'm not strong enough, and you're like, nah man, you got this shit. And it's just, and then you bring me like a juice box at one time. It was fucking phenomenal. Definitely read it. Anyway, what else we got? Let's see. I think this one is it looks like a lesbian one with Adriana. Juicebox scene was really good. Let's see. YouTubers I watch recap. Family Jewels family meeting. Imagine dating Jules for several months and finally introducing him to your parents, and it going not quite as planned. Oh, this is gonna be good. So the insert guide is your hometown, your last name, your dad's name, your family dog's name, and yes, your family has a dog. Thank me later. Okay. You said come in front of my parents. Yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. All right, this is your point of view. All right. I stared out of the window with a blissful gleam in my eyes. On the other hand, Jules looked ready to burst with anxiety, and he drove through the streets of your hometown. I hadn't been home in a long time, and now that we had been dating for several months, I figured I figured it was time to introduce him to my parents. What are your intentions with my daughter? Anyway. It's gonna be fine. I reached Ivor and laid my hand on his shoulder. You fingered her parents. Yeah. Don't bring me to meet your parents. I'll finger them. Jules glanced over at me. Anything I need to know before we get there? Well, my parents are a little strict, I answered, and a little protective and judgmental. It's more so my dad than my mom, but it's gonna be fine, trust me. Jules smiled, but I could still... He was nervous. Yeah, that would be sick, Dragon. I'd love to do Cards of the Meal again. We arrived at my house in a matter of minutes. We got our luggage from the trunk and walked up to the front door. I rang the doorbell and my mom answered. Your name. Welcome home, dear. She enveloped me in a bone-crushing hug. Come in, come in. I walked in with Jules behind me, and we sat our stuff by the door. What was this one? Oh, your family dog's name. Ran around the corner barking happily and jumping on our legs. Jules and I both bent down to scratch her ears. My dad appeared from the living room. Welcome home, sweetheart. Well, I did not mean to read it like that. I'm thinking about maybe I should play music, and I didn't put... hold on. I need to do over. That was weird. That was a really weird way to say that line. 1 second. So have you fingered yet? Okay, all right. No, okay. The Pilot Wings is too chill. Not too triumphant. Too goofy. Too triumphant. This is in battle, maybe. Come on. Oh, Aquas? Yeah, fuck yeah. Stress. The most stressful Pictionary. Oh, yeah. All I have is fucking N64 music because I'm a nerd. Okay, here we go. I walked in with Jules behind me and we sat our stuff. My dad appeared from the living room. Welcome home, sweetheart. He pulled me into a hug. I pulled away and linked my arm with Jules's. Mom, Dad, this is my boyfriend, Jules. Jules extended his hand to my parents. It's nice to meet you, Mr. and Mrs. Your last name here. Mom took his hand eagerly. It's wonderful to meet you too. We're happy to have you. While my mom was ecstatic, Dad was eyeing Jules up and down before taking his hand. Without a word, oh my god, I'm gonna fuck her dad. Why don't you three go in the living room and chat? Dinner will be ready in a few minutes. Oh my god, I hope I fuck your dad. Oh my god, that would be so good. Why don't you three go in the living room and chat? Dinner will be ready in a few minutes, Mom suggested, disappearing into the kitchen. The three of us proceeded to the living room, an awkward silence growing. Jules and I sat on one couch, and my dad sat across from us from the other end. Your family dog's name. Laid down at my feet and rested her head on her paws. Dad flicked his finger between me and Jules. So how long has this been going on? G-O-O-N-G. So how long has this been going on? We've been dating for a year now, I answered. Dad's only reply was a slow nod as he continued eyeing Jules. Mom appeared from the kitchen, wiping her hands with a towel. Dinner will be ready shortly, she announced, sitting next to my dad. So how did you two meet? We met at a shop back in California, I explained. We bumped into each other, and here we are. Mom smiled. So, Jules, what do you do for work? Jules rubbed the back of his neck. I'm a YouTuber. After he replied, I looked at my parents. They shoot him in the face with a gun. No, I'm just kidding. I looked at my parents. Mom's eyes lit up while Dad's eyes closed, almost a glare. What kind of... Oh, sorry, this is the mom. What kind of video do you make? Mom asked. Well, I'm a musician. I make guitar covers of video game songs, Jules explained. Oh, we should watch one after dinner. You look like one talented young man, Mom suggested. Don't you think, dear? Dad let his hand rest in his lap. You're joking, right? Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Jules swallow nervously. No, I'm not, sir. Dad began shaking his head. YouTube? You are absolutely serious. What kind of a job is that? Your dad's name, Mom interjected. What? Dad continued. It's not a viable career. Do you want our daughter to be poor the rest of her life? I will not accept this. Our daughter needs to be with a man who has a real job. Dad's words flew through the air like bullets. I looked over at Jules just as he rose from his spot and left the room, his footsteps disappearing up the stairs. I turned back to my father. Really, Dad? He's not going to be able to provide for you. Dad's voice was stern. B-O-I-C-E. Voice. So what? I retorted. He's a great guy. I will not approve of this, Dad repeated. I don't care. I was on my feet now. Jules is an amazing guy. He loves me and takes good care of me. He's sweet, kind, and protective. And if you can't accept that I found a guy that actually then don't expect me to visit ever again. I turned on my heels and ran upstairs after Jules. All the doors upstairs were open, except for one. Oh shit, we're about to fuck if this is the music. I really want to fuck your dad. I'm sorry. I slowly opened the door to find Jules sitting on my bed. He looked up at me as I walked in, and I noticed his eyes were a little red and puffy. I sat down beside him and started rubbing his back. Are you okay? I asked. Jules reached down and rubbed his eyes. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't listen to him, I said. Nothing he said was true. Still hurts, Jules sighed. I reached over and wrapped an arm around him and let him rest his head on my shoulder. We sat there for a couple minutes before we heard Mom call from downstairs. Your name. Jules, can you two come here, please? As in here with your ears. Jules and I glanced at each other before heading downstairs. Your family dog's name. Ran up to us, sniffling and whimpering like she knew we were upset. I looked over at Dad and noticed that his gaze had softened. Your father has something he'd like to say, Mom informed us as we sat on the couch. I'm sorry. To both if you, Dad said. He reached over and took my mom's hand. Like she always, your mother talked some sense into me. You're not a kid anymore. Your name. You know what's best for you. He turns to Jules. Jules, I know my daughter well enough to that she see the best in people. All I ask is that you take care of her and protect her. I will. I promise. Jules replied, taking my hand. I got up and hugged my father. Thanks, Dad. Suddenly, a loud ding came from the kitchen. And dinner's ready, Mom announced. We all headed to the kitchen, and as we sat down at the table, my dad patted Jules on his shoulder. And don't forget, he said, you have to show us some of your videos after dinner. Insane. Absolutely insane. I love it. Still a better love story than Twilight. Yeah, it was good. There's Anthony from Smosh. Yeah, the AJ Jules one. No fuck. I know these aren't. There's not a whole lot of fucking going on. It's not smut. It's not smut. This is like somewhere between what we read before and smut. Yeah, I really do. Let's see. All right. I'm actually really impressed at those. That's just, it's cool. It's a cool, like, what do you call it? Found by tag. Do family jewels in the tags. YouTuber, yeah. Eggman's assistant. So yeah, there's a lot of, what do you call it? Damn, that YouTuber Imagine's got a lot of votes. That one has 18,000 reads. And it's all about just like self-inserting yourself into the stories. Walking Let's Player. A catastrophe at PAX West. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is 15 chapters. Adrisaurus, Apocalypse, Attacking Toucans, Chugga Conroy, Family Jewels 7X, Josh Jepson, Luca Jin, Malmakes, Messianella, Nintendo Capri Sun, Proton John, Stephen Plays, Toxic X Eternity, and Zombie. That's the one you found. This looks fucking crazy. Oh my fucking god. Oh, dude. Oh my god. 15 chapters, and they're all like long. What is the time to read this? An hour and 33 minutes. Oh my god. So walking Let's Player, it's Walking Dead, but with Let's Players. I love that. I fucking love that. All right. My friends, I'm getting fucking exhausted. I gotta get going. But thank you for joining me. That fucking the Pearls of Rock and Roll blew my mind. It's fucking amazing. I'm excited to read Walking Let's Player by Starstorm 2112-2. Yeah, Sunday stream is gonna be go dummy. It's gonna go fucking dummy. I just like, I don't know, like should I like I don't know if like I almost like I still want to do Ocarina of Time because I don't want to like, lose my practice. I don't know. We'll do like what I did today. We'll do a little bit of reading, take a break, do some runs, and then do more reading. I think that's the way to go. God, I really wanted to fuck your dad. He was eyeing me up and down. I think he was. You know what I think was gonna happen. I think. So like you bring me in, and you know, again, this is like second person, whatever. You should write fan fiction. He was putting up I think so. Like, what if he was gonna be like, you're not a fit to date my daughter because you're the perfect fit to date me, and then we make out right in front of the daughter. That would go so fucking hard. I mean, I'd be, at least. Anyway, all right, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.